Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac Kemba, does it again!
Ubilis, 7 seconds to go, three-pointer, Hutchins, double order!
Again, comes down to fundamentals.
Oh, my goodness, Sorrentine hit that one from the parking lot.
Watford for the win!
Yes!
Trip to the Sweet 16, Caney's got it, rises up, the shot,
And it's good! It's good! From the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The slipper still fits! Ha ha! College basketball!
All right, now we are live. There's a little miscommunication. We were definitely not sitting here talking for the last 5 minutes like we were on the show. So finally, we're back. Friday, great day, banger slate, great games. 11-4 for me. I'll take it. I know Huff had a good day. There he is. And I'm sure Elliot did too. Those are the days.
Yeah, I lost my first play of the day 5 days in a row. I've started 0-1, but another day profitable in the green 5 days in a row. Feeling good. Small wins adding up, but this one was a good one. I went 16-9 today. So adding just a little over 3 units, betting half units this week. So I'm pumped up. I just eclipsed the double digits units. So if you've been tailing, appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys have been offering your insights in the chat. So I've been loving this week and been appreciated, everybody. It's been such a fun week. And it's not just because, winning's great, of course, and feeling good. But I love when we give out plays and hopefully people tail. It's my favorite thing. So, sitting around a little over 12 units to start in 5 days. It's the best start in November I've had over the last couple years. Elliot, how we feeling?
Yep. I'm not doing too bad. I've been basically away all day. Haven't been able to catch much of any of the games besides score watching. So working on my recap right now. I would expect to be in the green. Not sure how much, but as soon as I get that done, I'll let you guys know. I'm working on that right now. I was just looking at the score from the Washington State Davidson game, and holy shit, that was a bad bet by me. But
they were in it.
I'll get the recap of my games as soon as I'm able to work through and make sure I'm getting it up to date and accurate for y'all. So I'll sometime during the stream I'll let you guys know what I ended up going. And shout out Virgil, tailed one of his little plus 2,800 bangers, and we had Navy down the stretch. Navy money line didn't come through. Still a fun little sweat. We never cash out because we're not bitches. So we had to ride or die, and we died tonight, but always good with dying with the Naval Academy. So shout out Virgil for all the plays. Always appreciate it.
I can't believe I missed this one. I had the Virgil. I got the Virgil sauce last night, plus 2,700. So I'm glad you got to spread the wealth there. I missed it. I did not get my Twitter DMs. I'm so mad I missed it. I hit him up. I was like, fuck, I missed this, but so happy that Virgil hit that 2 nights in a row, putting out parlays.
We didn't hit it. So it was good that you missed it.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I thought it ended up hitting, but I've been kind of behind too. I did catch up. Like I said, Trevor and I, a combined 27-13, by the way. 27-13, Trevor and I. You're following the podcast. That's unheard of a lot of places. 27-13. And that happens more than you think here. And it's only November. And this is the Pump Fake Pod. So appreciate you guys tuning in at Pump Fake Pod. Like and subscribe. Hit the like button for our show. It means a lot. Follow us all on Twitter. I'm at Michael_Huffer3, at I'm_money, at Stoolie Picks. We always chop it up every game. We normally recap the games kind of briefly before, but in lieu of time, it's almost 1 Eastern. It's Saturday morning. We got 59 games to go. We're just going to go over our record. And I think 27-13 combined with Trevor and I alone speaks for itself. But first and foremost, we're sponsored by Rhythm, Rhythm.ai, predictive betting modeling. They're offering tons of models, tons of predictive programming, tons of factors of just different betting styles and betting statistics that goes way deep insights, analytics, you name it. They're offering great stuff, not only in NCAA basketball, but other sports as well. So you like betting on football. We're going to bet on some football tomorrow. Feeling great. Using Rhythm, it's been great, and they're 2-1 on as a Rhythm play of the day hits. Shout out Rhythm.ai for Buffalo -6.5 with their Rhythm play of the day, and also shout out my wife. If you caught the show, my wife gave out a -7. I know it's a push, but we bet -6.5 as the show closed. So let's give her a benefit of the doubt. She didn't actually bet it. She just thought Buffalo would dominate, and she was right and got the score correct too. So give Zoe a shout out for her first play of the day as well with Rhythm.ai. Some great content last night. So shout out my wife. 1-0 play of the day, and Rhythm. Shout out Rhythm. They're a great show and great sponsor. And they're also just not saying it because they're our sponsor. They're a great betting service. They've gotten us winners, multiple winners. And if you sign up using our promo code PFP25, make sure to sign up PFP25, 25% off your first month. All right, before we dive into it, oh yeah, go ahead.
Even despite the negative COV on that Buffalo game, all the numbers hit. I think it ended up closing at -3.5. So you could have got it at 3.5, 4, 7, whatever you want. I mean, I guess not 7, but basically any number that we got live from the show on covered. So shout out to Rhythm and the play of the day.
And shout out to Zoe and Rhythm play of the day, of course. All right, so we're going to get into it. Before we get into it, though, those that have tuned in for a couple episodes and got to see kind of a behind the scenes to betting, a little look behind the curtains of what the betting style is, not just hitting green, hitting red, giving out winners, kind of the inside the lines of practice management of gambling and sports betting. So I'm excited to see Mike from Penny Packer going to come in offering his betting insights. I know Mike has been focused on bankroll management, also just all things betting, kind of giving us the gambling 101, but also going to give us the gambling 690 senior thesis by the end of the season. So really excited to see this grow. Mike, we're talking bankroll management. The last couple of years, I've been gambling more bets on a daily, lowered my unit amount, but still capping at, I'm still kept, I'm not sharing unit amounts, but lowered my personal unit amounts, still capping the 1 unit, half unit, but lowered it so I could bet more volume. And it's really worked out for me for gambling units. And I feel like I've been going with my gut more, focusing on spreading the floor, spreading like a roulette board almost, but it's not roulette. When you have some type of insight, some type of studying, gut feelings. And I feel like the volume betting has helped me out by lowering my units, staying disciplined, just betting straights, a couple parlays here and there, of course, but betting straights and focus on the long run versus the short run. So, Mike, any thoughts on that, or any maybe like caveats or whatnot? I mean, I know that some people, they're like, oh, I see that you go 0-7 real quick. It's a little scary, but that's why I've lowered my unit amount so I can maybe substantiate with that or focus with it. So, anyway, I don't know what your thoughts are on that kind of style or just bankroll management in general. I think that's the most important thing discipline-wise. So let's welcome Mike, this episode of Beyond the Box. Welcome, Penny Packer.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, just echo exactly what you said. I think over time you get like a smoothing effect with your larger, volume betting, so to speak. And I think you can take advantage, of that. Just getting little bitty edges here and there slowly starts to add up over time. Instead of just putting all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. I think you can take advantage of doing parlays. Like, if you really like certain team and you can get them at a good price, you get good CLV on it. Maybe you match it with a game that you're kind of, you're leaning toward, and you maybe a little bit better odds. You just roll with it. But I think over time, I don't know many people that are strictly just doing parlays that are successful. Your your whale megalock parlays, parlay of the decade, the century, all that stuff. I just don't. It's not what I subscribe to, but teach their own.
No, and I think that's a great tidbit. And Mike, just any thoughts like early in the season, day 5 here? Anything like you've been focused on, or anything that you've been seeing? Not just over the actual teams, but kind of just maybe things that you've noticed. I know like a couple years earlier in the season, the overs hit a lot. A year later, the unders hit a lot. Anything that you're noticing, like with the lines itself, and just kind of the betting types that have been like a focus for you early in the season?
Nothing too crazy right off the bat. I just tend to not play every single pick that I want to at the value, or the dollar amount that I want to. I always try to kind of slowly build up to it, let the data get a little bit more weight to it, and not overreact initially. I think it's kind of hard sometimes too. At least I was talking about some other guys. Some very weird matchups right now, so it's not ideal. But I think if you play early on games that you like and get some good CLV, that's kind of one thing that I'm noticing with myself right now. Granted, I haven't really been playing too much. I think I made like maybe 5 or 6 bets this year so far.
Yeah, I know that you got the future, you got the algorithm, you got a lot of things. But again, though, as you compile the data, anything there with some of the data and just trying to collect stuff, is it a little too early? You're trying to wait maybe a few games before you have to move a ton of stuff over manually. We got tons of analytics stuff available. Are you really looking into that more so earlier in the season versus later in the season?
I like to use it as like a benchmark and see where, certain guys have teams, like when it comes to their predictive modeling, and kind of loosely keep track of that. And then usually for me by like Thanksgiving, early December, is when I think the data starts to get a little bit more sound. And you can really go off of some of these predictive analytics to get, a baseline price, cross compare that with what other books are doing. And kind of that's at least what I'm doing going from there. So kind of just every day looking at the data, I look at all the lines, much like you guys do, follow along your guys' show, so you guys can at least get a benchmark for what these games are actually opening at, the night before, versus running to bet at 20 minutes or a minute before tip off. I think if you can get it early, I think it's a lot better. You may not always get the CLV or closing line value you desire, but over time it'll treat you guys well. I think what you guys are doing is evident of that.
Yeah, I think so. All right, Mike. Well, any final thoughts here before we dive into this massive slate here late in the night? Any plays that you like for tomorrow?
Yeah, I got 4 that have stood out to me. I think these teams are kind of all in a very similar vein. So nothing I'm playing for sure, but you guys can dive into it more, and I'll that'll partially make my decision. But I'm looking at Long Beach State. I think plus 240, plus 6.5 is an interesting number. George Washington plus 3.5, plus 124. That opened plus 140. And just quickly getting some GW money. Memphis minus 170 versus San Fran. I think they're a very similar type of team. Not a bad price either. Lastly, Charleston plus 4, and then plus 154 on the money line against FAU. Those are kind of sticking out to me right now. So if I were to take my advice, I would take them now. But that's just what's sticking out.
I love that. I love those plays. I know, yeah, get in there. It's going to be a good Saturday. I mean, we had a good Friday as well, too. A good slate of games. Now doubling up Saturday. Let's hear it for Beyond the Box with Mike. We'll get into it a lot more kind of diving more into the actual like insights of the data later in the season. So looking forward to seeing this and talking to you and chopping it up how that progresses. So thanks, Mike. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for hopping on, dude.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Sure. Thanks, man.
All right. Alabama versus St. John's. Woo! Starting off with a absolute pisser. St. John's is laying 6. Over-under is 171.5. How the hell are we, guys? This is a fucking screw football tomorrow. Screw football on this one at noon. Could care less right now. NWO Wolfpack, baby. Patino's laying 6 against this Alabama team. I mean, I had a gut feeling about Kent State. Cornell over, hit with ease. I kind of want to root for points here. Is it too high? What are we feeling here? If I had to lean aside, gun to my head, I'm going to take Alabama with the points, but I kind of want to just root for points in hopes that they score both in the 90s, 90, high 80s.
Yeah, I like St. John's. You got Patino in the Garden. Alabama, it's a younger team. They do have a lot of size, but it's a younger team. St. John's is experienced. Brought in some solid players, really good transfer class. And yeah, it's just Patino at the Garden. He gets up for St. John's. That place shows out and is always loud and rowdy. So I'll lay it with St. John's tomorrow to start the day.
Yeah, total definitely that team.
I'm curious if anybody has any injury news on Alabama. They sat 3 of their pretty good players.
Right, so
Redcell
is coming back at some point. They said he was hurt coming into the season.
Keaton Bristow is a game time decision. He'll play. I have to assume he's GTD.
So, there's a couple of those, but even if they're fully healthy, give me St. John's in the defense. I'll always bet defense over offense. So yeah, St. John's -6 for me. I think they can score it a lot better than they did last year, and they're going to show why here in this kind of showcase game early on.
Yeah, Aiden Holloway, Bethea, Dylan Darling, game time decision for a calf injury. For
Holloway's the big one for me that's going to matter.
I'm just gonna bet the over. I know it got steamed. I'm gonna be a square here, and guess what? I've lost every play first, so I should start 0-1 potentially. So maybe fade the first play for me of the day, 0-1. But technically, there's 3 games going on. There's been standalone games to start off with, so it's been distinctive 0-1. But I don't know. All right, so you guys like St. John's? Elliott's kind of hanging out for injuries. I am going to root for points, similar to Cornell and Kent State today.
No, I'm on St. John's. I don't care about the injuries. I'm just curious because the number will get bigger. But give me St. John's. I'll back the defense before offense any day.
All right, Minnesota's laying 30.5 against Alcorn State. Alcorn State's kind of good. I mean, they were competitive and whatnot. 76-70. Minnesota only beats Gardner-Webb by 27. I'll lay it with Minnesota. I'm probably not going to bet this.
Yeah, I mean, Alcorn lost by, 32 to Florida State, 6 at South Alabama. Now you're going to the road to play Minnesota, 3rd straight road game. And this will be your 3rd game in 5 days as well. That's right. You're going from Florida to South Alabama. Now you're jetting up to Minnesota. Tough spot. Lay it with Minnesota here.
Yeah. Medved defense clamps.
Yeah, Minnesota looked really good against Gardner-Webb, but again, it was Gardner-Webb. You saw how putrid they were against Clemson tonight. But Jacob does bring up a good point in the chat about maybe catching a good number live there in that Alabama-St. John's game. I think Alabama can maybe get out to a hot start, get up 6-8-0, something like that, or 6-8 points right off the bat. So I'm sure you could definitely get a good live number either way. So yeah, maybe just wait live for that. But here, yeah, I'll take Minnesota -30.5. I'm not gonna bet it on such a big number. just with kind of an Alcorn State team who was pretty respectable, just kind of scoring the ball.
Yeah.
But hung close with South Alabama there as well. I mean, I know that the other thing that you got to think about, it is their third game in 5 days, kind of traveling all over the place. Florida State, then they go to South Alabama, now up to Minnesota. So maybe they got some tired legs and some travel legs just because of all the travel that they've done. So it could be a play. So if I was going to play it, it'd be Minnesota minus the 30.5.
All right. Cool. Nice. Akron's laying 11. Over-under's 155.5. Trevor.
Yeah, I bet Akron minus 11. Princeton lost all their talent in the portal. I'm not saying they don't have talented players now, but what they did have, Xavier Lee, he's gone. He was really the straw that stirred the drink. And then you lose 2 assistant coaches. One of them had been around for 12 years. So a lot of change for this team. Akron been starting to play fast the last 2 years. This year and last year. And then their offense is really efficient. They were down double digits, still came back, covered. Game 1, I think Princeton just kind of gets routed here from the jump. Give me Akron minus 11, lay it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Trevor. That's why I kind of passed it over to you. I felt like that was like an alley-oop kind of play. So I'm with you. Akron at home, baby. Princeton depleted. Alley-oop off the backboard. Hopefully we're like that. Well, let's Photoshop the D-Wade. Me be D-Wade. You can be the LeBron. And the cameraman's got me like this. Fair?
I got to be LaFraud.
Okay, you can be D-Wade, I guess. I'll be LeBron. No problem at all. As much as I think LaFraud is true, I'll take it. I'll take the alley-oop. I'll be the dunker. But I pass it to you.
Yeah, I've got a train rolling through right here, so I think it's kind of a sign to bet Akron. They're going to be a train this year. I know they started out pretty spotty in that first game. Then caught fire down the stretch, pushed it out, got the cover there. So I don't think it's going to be near as a sweat as what that first game was when we laid it with what I think is Akron minus 7 there in their first home game. So yeah, give me Akron minus the 11.
Tim Duncan, low key my goat. Just gonna say it. I'll hot take. But anyway, Nebraska laying 19.5 against the freaking Florida International Pit Bulls. Over unders 156. They're Panthers, but they're Pit Bulls now these days. I'll lay it with Nebraska. I like Fred Hoiberg. I like what they've done. This roster is kind of iffy for me. Do I want to bet this? I see it up to 20.5, so it looks like it's jumping. So if I want to bet this, I'm going to want to bet this now. But a lot of games left. I'm going to have I promise, I have a golf tournament tomorrow. Not going to go well. My pick sheet will be updated literally right after this show. So check the pick sheet tomorrow or right after the show. Don't have work to worry about. So take a look at that. I'll lay it with Nebraska. Check the picks page if I'm betting this and what I bet it at.
Yeah, I'll take Nebraska too. FIU and their coach who looks like Slideshow Bob from The Simpsons. As much as I'm impressed with that Florida National win by 52 points, it's still Florida National. You scored 101 points. You turned them over 25 times, and you yourself shot 12 of 26 from the free throw line. So I mean, yes, you put up a lot of points, but you do that against any other team, you're fucked. You can't turn it over 26 times and miss 14 of your 26 free throws and win a game by 51 points without playing a D3 school. So I think Nebraska just kind of fucks them up tomorrow. Enjoy. Congrats on your win, but it's gonna be a rough day to be a what are they, a Panther, Jaguar, or some shit, whatever. It's gonna be a rough day to be
Pitbull. Pitbull now.
Oh yeah, no, they're the Pitbulls. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough day to be a Pitbull.
Hey, all having a good time out there. Hey, yeah.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I'll be on Nebraska minus 19.5. No bet for me though. I'm gonna lay off.
I'm not betting
I'm not
this.
I'm not super impressed with Nebraska. They started out real slow and ended up covering against West Georgia, but it is West Georgia. I think they beat them by 32. FIU is definitely a big step up in competition here. So no bet for me, but I'll take Nebraska minus the 19.5.
Kyle, what up? Nebraska. Oh, shocked. I think it's only a football thing. Oh God. New
This
Haven.
game. This game.
And worst pick for me this day. I didn't even watch. I'll be honest. I didn't watch this. I was finishing up work, and I did watch SIU Edwardsville Cash with these, but I didn't watch this game. But I checked the box score. Don't know what New Haven did. They got their ass. They looked decent against UConn.
How did they cover? How did they stay within 60 against UConn? Holy
UConn
shit.
just kind of like calls the dogs off, and they just don't really like shove it down their throats like they used to. I'll take Penn State. I'm not betting this. I'd rather bet Nebraska. If I had a gun in my head, I'm betting Nebraska over Penn State. But it is New Haven. Mike Rhodes, I think he can clamp here. It is on the road. I'll take Penn State. I'm not betting this though. Not betting this. You can check the picks page. It will be grayed out. No bet. No waiting lot. No bet. No bet. And look at this. We got a nice little Chianti here. We've been boozing. Again, another episode. I'm the only one drinking.
Natty Light. No, I'm drinking Natty Lights, baby.
Oh, nice water. I'll take it though. We'll take it, baby.
I'll take Penn State in this one. Got some scary against. I don't know. They got their scare against Fairfield. Very young team. New Haven, fresh out of D2. I thought today if they were going to pop up at home, it would be today against Columbia, and it was not the case. They got belt to ass out the jump. So this is a spot Penn State can drill somebody and go in feeling good, and then proceed to get drilled themselves in the next game. So give me Penn State laying 16.5 on a weird road game to D2 New Haven.
Yeah, I'll take New Haven plus the 16.5. They've been
tweeting
out about this. Oh, fuck yeah. They've been tweeting out about this game for, a week maybe now, about a Power 5 coming in to play against them. They were looking ahead. That's why they got blown out today against Columbia. Penn State's absolutely fucking atrocious. Dead last in the Big Ten. Barely made it past Fairfield. Give me New Haven. They lose by 15.
All right. Fuck. I'm all right. I'm crossing out Penn State after hearing that. I don't love the animosity, but I like I said, I don't have a feel. I'll write down New Haven. Not a no bet for me yet, but most likely a no bet. I can't lay that. I can't lay Penn State like that. St. Joe's is laying 9.5 against Drexel. Over-unders 139.5. Elliot, you start us off, my friend. How are we feeling on St. Joseph's? This could be a slugfest.
Yeah, it feels like a little bit too many points for me, in my opinion, for a St. Joe's team. Not quite sure if they'll be able to run away and win by double digits here against Drexel. But I mean, if I'm gonna bet anything, I would definitely bet on the St. Joe's side, just with them being at home. But you look, they played Lafayette on Monday, only won by 9. That's kind of gonna hold me off of a bet here, just with the fact that this number is a little higher than what I'd like. If it gets higher than this, if it gets into that 12, 13, 14 range, maybe pulling the trigger on Drexel might be an option. But if I've got this line right here, it's a St. Joe's minus 9.5, no bet for me.
Right.
I would lean more towards Drexel. I just think they're slow paced. The defense can be able to keep them in. And this game's ugly as shit. It's a 139.5 total. There ain't nobody surpassing 65 points in this game. I think Drexel can hang around there within the spread. I'm not gonna bet this game though.
Yeah, I think you make a fantastic point, Trevor. Laying that many points with that over under is another gamble within itself, I feel like. So I can't lay it with St. Joe's, although I think if I had to pick one, I'm picking St. Joe's minus whatever. I think that they can dominate, but I think we're going to see a slugfest here. St. Joe's wins 70-60, 74 to 62. And I'm with you. I like the under here. Let it go up. Looks like people are betting the over, so I'll wait to bet the under till probably in about a few hours when the show's over. Syracuse laying 24.5 against Delaware State. Over under 160. I'm out of here. I'll take Delaware State with the points. I'm not putting my hard-earned money on Delaware State when I got CBB, some basketball or some football to bet on too. I can fucking watch it, but yeah, I'm not betting this. Give me Delaware State. No bet. Can't lay money with Adrian Autry. Give me Jerry Mack to Syracuse.
Yeah, I don't think Syracuse looked that good, but I also don't think I think Delaware State kind of had one of their better games, and still lost by 18. Regardless, I just don't think Syracuse is that good to lay a quarter of a century on somebody. So give me Delaware State. I ain't betting this.
Yeah, speaking of Delaware, shout out Delaware University, D2 little brother, beating Delaware University, the Blue Hens, today in a exhibition. But that was kind of the first game of the day. Was a pleasant surprise that D2 little brother was able to beat up on Big Brother. So shout out to Delaware University, Del U as they're called. But yeah, I'll be on Delaware State plus the 24.5, 25. Don't really necessarily want to bet this game. I'll wait and see kind of what this number does overnight. If it shoots up higher, maybe I'll pull the trigger. Again, one of these ones that check the picks page. A lot of these numbers, if I'm going to be on the dog with plus the points, I won't bet it now because we're just seeing the opening line. I'll always kind of wait unless any dog basically. I would say 17 and above. I'd say 20 and above for the most part. I'll wait until the next day at least, because I think it might grow a little bit. But if you're hovering in that dog and you got a good feel or a good angle, if it's anywhere from 12 to 20 that you think it might shoot down, maybe bet it. It's all kind of there. But any of these big dogs in the 20s, I'll wait till the next day to bet it just because I think I can get a better number. And if I don't, oh well, I missed out on it. I'm not going to force a bet.
Elliot, we're going to call that Elliot's Petri dish. Lets it grow, lets it fester. I love it. Elliot's Petri dish there. We don't mean that he's got a Petri dish on him, but he's a scientist. I mean, it's like Sports Jacob science. He got beakers, he's got all that shit. All right. Kennesaw State's laying 9.5 against Florida A&M. Hear me out here. Florida A&M runs and guns. I know this is a crazy bet. I'm taking the under. Too many points. I'll wait to see how it does until the end of this episode. I think it's too many points. I think Florida A&M, I know they can run and gun. Kennesaw State can as well, but I think Kennesaw State's defense clamps here. Could be talked into betting 9.5. I want to somehow take it, but I think betting an under is a bet within Kennesaw State as well too. With the 9.5, just knowing that Florida A&M couldn't keep up and score, so I like the under in this play of at FAMU and Kennesaw State. So it may be crazy. It's probably crazy, but I'll wait to bet it until the end of the show.
Yeah, it would be Kennesaw or nothing for me. I don't think FAMU can hang with anybody who's got a pulse offensively. I like the over. I think Kennesaw scores damn near 100 points. So give me Kennesaw minus 9.5. Probably not going to bet this one though.
Yeah, this is a Kennesaw State minus 9.5, and it's a bet for me. I think this number is going to go up. I don't think Florida A&M is the team of Florida A&M that they were last year when everybody kind of fell in love with them and they were doing great things. You got Charlie Ward there now. instead. Lost Patrick Crary, ended up going over to Grambling State. So I think with a new coach, not sure kind of what to expect. But Kennesaw State, man, I'm really kind of high on them again this year. And I think this number is just a little bit low, in my opinion. I think they definitely win by double digits. I could see this game anywhere from like a 15 to 20 point win. Wouldn't even be surprised if they ran up the score a little bit more than that, actually.
Sometimes it's too easy. Just leave it at that. And I just want to shout out everyone here that's new here. Thanks everyone for tuning in at Pump Fake Pod. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us. We go live virtually every day. Saturday nights, not normally, to be honest with you guys, later in the season. Just wanted to enjoy our Saturday nights. But Sunday through Friday, we're pretty much live. So chopping up the slate, going over all the games, picking bets. Our picks page is posted on the description of the video. And also, if you go to our Twitter, at PumpFakePod, you can find our picks sheet there. We post all of our picks. Everything's tracked. 27-14 combined between Trevor and I. So let's get into this and keep rolling into the slate. Fire Saturday slate, chopping it up. And for those that are new here as well, too, I bet on Pepperdine, man. It's called Zoe 101. Showing my age a little bit here. Remember Zoe 101 on Nickelodeon? They filmed that at Pepperdine University. So we call that the Zoe 101 play. And Zoe 101, 1-0 with UCLA tonight. Jet X, baby. Freaking Blix. South Florida, -3.5 against George Washington. Mike liked George Washington +3.5. I could be about that as well. I think George Washington's a good team. Not disrespecting South Florida, but a lot of troubles last year. Unfortunate situations, of course, too. Losing their coach last year unexpectedly, that was awful. Abdul Rahim, RIP, still affects me. How are we feeling about this one? I don't feel as convicted to bet George Washington +3.5, but if you guys are, I could be about it.
I'm tempted. I think George Washington is going to win the A10. I think they're a really good team. Not saying South Florida isn't, but I'm really high on George Washington. And if I think they're going to win the A10, I got to believe in them here. And they're catching points on the road. Give me George Washington +3.5. I'm going to be betting that too. So give me the 3.5 with our first president, Mr. Washington.
Yeah, Jamie Lynn Spears impregnated tonight, 1-0. Cheers, Jamie. Thanks for ruining Zoe 101. She ruins it with getting impregnated, but we conceived 1-0 tonight.
Yeah, this one's tough. I think this one might be a spot similar to Illinois State that I kind of fell for the other night. Picked them to win the Missouri Valley, and I think right here, George Washington, I did pick them to win the A10, but I think, you can lose early and still be okay. And I think this might be the spot for them to drop a game here early, just like Illinois State did. So I'll be on South Florida here. I like Brian Hodgins, and I think he's brought in a lot of talent. He was successful there at Arkansas State, brings that over and, gets even more significant talent at the high major D1 level. So I like back in South Florida here with the short little number here at home. George Washington typically struggles on the road. So, give me South Florida. It's on a neutral. Thanks, Danny. Did not see that. Where is it at?
It's at
do we know? Oh, Mohegan Sun. Ooh, okay. That I might flip then. I might be on George Washington 3.5. Kind of all it took for me was, upper kind of northeast area now, rather than being down in South Florida. Not a real travel spot for George Washington. So give me George Washington plus the point. I'll see what it does. I'll probably end up betting this, but appreciate it, Danny. I appreciate that. I had no idea. So definitely factors into that, because if it's South Florida at home, I would have rolled with South Florida at home for sure.
Yeah, fuck yeah, baby. Fuck yeah. All right. I'm going. I won't. I may bet George Washington. Oh, Elliot, closet Duke fan. Take it away.
Fuck Duke.
No, you love them secretly. Look at this koozie, by the way. Fire. Child Pacers. Someone get it.
That's my cat. Fuck Duke. I'm done. You guys can go. Fuck Duke.
I'll take. Oh, I can't hear anybody.
Are you betting West Carolina?
Oh God.
Hello?
Hold on.
Fuck Duke. Take Duke team total over. Fuck Duke. Bye.
Duke team total over. Fuck Duke. Can agree with that. No way I'm fading Duke and Cameron, but I'm not. I'm gonna be biased. I'm not betting on them either. Trevor, are you alive over there?
Yep, we're live. My phone died. I turned it back on, and my AirPods connected to it. But Duke minus 35.5. This is a buzzsaw. Western Carolina. No, fuck Duke, but I do like money, so I will take that. But I'm trying to find Western Carolina. Yeah, they got 31 pieced by Cincinnati. They had 22 turnovers, 9 of 27 from three, 14 of 37 from inside the arc. They were pitiful. They got a 7-footer. Other than that, 6'9", 6'8" is going to be their biggest competition. This Duke team is going to be big. They're going to be playing fast. I know they're coming off of the Texas game, but Duke is just head and shoulders above where Western Carolina is. And Duke's got Army and Indiana State on deck. They got no real look ahead. November 18th, Kansas on a neutral. So I think they're going to be focused up and just absolutely just clobber Western Carolina. So I'm going to be locking up Duke minus 35.5.
Closet Duke fan. Binghamton laying 3.5 against Niagara. Lay it. Binghamton's a good team. I feel convicted about that. I'm laying it. I think Binghamton. I'm high on them. A lot of returnees in their roster. And this is Niagara. And Greg Paulus is a quarterback. He's not a basketball. He ended up going to play football. He's a quarterback. He's not a coach. His teams have been horrible. Niagara got their breaks beat off of them just recently, and I think Binghamton. They got 2 games under their belt. It was a bad performance against Syracuse, and they only beat the Rochester Institute of Technology Tigers by 10, but they're laying points. Niagara's fugazi as well. Screw it. I'm laying it with the Bearcats.
Yeah, I will. I'll fade Niagara here. I'll fade Greg Paulus. He's probably getting fired at the end of the year.
Quarterback.
Give me Binghamton minus the 3.5. Is this a dollar beer night? I know they do dollar beer nights a lot. This seems to be like a perfect time to.
This economy? No, I'm just kidding.
The perfect time to deploy the dollar beer night on a team like Niagara, who you're going to just probably hopefully whip up on, but. Maybe they save those for, more of their rivals or some games that they want people to get up at. I don't see a lot of people getting up for Niagara, Binghamton here early on the season. But yeah, this will be a play for me. Actually, I'll take Binghamton minus the points.
Yeah, I'm going to take Binghamton. I'll lay it. I get these waterfalls out of here. Binghamton's going to find a way to get this done. They're laying a fairly respectable number for a reason. They win by 6 or 7. No bet. I ain't betting this.
Join us. Come join us. Come on.
So we're all laying Binghamton. Go. Binghamton. Hey. Binghamton. royalty free, by the way. Stay tuned.
Hey, clip that shit.
That's the beat for our intro that I just made on my editing software that I just pulled out. So stay tuned. Got some good things coming. Well, hopefully I got hyped up. I love it. I love it. That could be the intro. I know we have good intro, but could get in trouble a little bit. Could get in trouble. So we're gonna fix some things, but we're gonna get everyone hyped. We're gonna keep everything fresh. Maybe not the same intro every time. This is where the production's gonna grow. Binghamton 3.5. Dun, 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 dun. Fairleigh Dickinson's catching 6 against over/unders 139. I'll take the under. No bet for me. I'm not putting my money on this. Fuck that. St. Peter's, Fairleigh Dickinson, slow pace. Fairleigh Dickinson just laid an egg. St. Peter's, we know they're going to be a slow pace. Whoever is the coach there, that's just the system that they breed there. So I'll pick the under. If you want to bet this, take the under. I'm not going to bet it though. If that tells you anything.
Trev, you taking the Dick or the Peter?
Oh no!
I'll take the Dick. I don't know if St. Peter should lay 6 to anybody. Ain't betting this though.
I'm taking the under. I don't want either. I'm taking the under the 139. No bet.
And I do tee off at 8 a.m. tomorrow, by the way. It's 1:35 Eastern. I have a tournament. It's going to be good. Little match play to end the season. So some skins going on. I'm cooked. I'm 12 handicap. I'm going to shoot at 9 tomorrow. I'm going to kill myself. No, I'm not. No, don't do that. I don't believe in that. Sorry. Take that back. Toledo. Toledo's laying 1.5. Over/unders 160.5. Great game. This you guys know I picked Marshall to win the CUSA, by the way, or American, whatever conference they're in. I'm blanking. Booze is flowing. Feeling great. I don't know. I don't know. But I have them winning that conference. I think they're competitive. Marshall goes on the road, wins on the road, continuing on the road. Not too far of a travel spot. I'm tempted to take Marshall, but Toledo at home's feisty. I could just rather root for the points because Toledo's going to push the pace regardless. And Marshall is an adaptable program. They match to what they can do, or what the other team is like pushing their pace. They can slow it down. They can clamp. They can run up tempo. I think Marshall, with their returning starters, have got continuity. I mean, Toledo 76-74 against South Alabama, but that's South Alabama. They're a slow pace. They controlled that kind of tempo. So I think I'm going to take Marshall on the road here. Lock it up, Marshall, plus money. And I think they're going to continue this path, and Marshall's going to be a dominant program this year. Early, not so reaction. Hate fading Toledo at home, I'll be honest. You could spare me. Illinois State, Ohio, same thing. But I'm going to ride this Marshall team. Give me him.
Yeah, give me Toledo. Marshall turned the ball over 26 times in their first game against who was that against? Massachusetts, UMass. 26 turnovers, 14-19 from the line. I don't know how you turn the ball over 26 times and still find a way to win a game. I think they used up a shit ton of luck on that one. Give me Toledo money line here. Toledo going to be staying home here after the loss to South Alabama, lost by 2. They only shot 9 free throws. They forced 11 turnovers. They did get out rebounded. That was the problem. Marshall will have a size advantage, but Toledo at home off a loss, don't travel. Marshall travels again, and you turned it over 26 times and somehow won. That shit's going to come back to earth. So give me Toledo money line here. Short home favorite.
Elliot, the best part is there's 3 of us.
Yeah, I'll break the tie. I'll go Toledo minus the 1.5 here. I'm a big fan. I think sense of kind of fade Marshall on the road, and I did that. And I will say, it definitely was not the right choice. There at the first game of the season against UMass and my boy Frank Martin. However, I think Toledo is definitely better than Massachusetts. Toledo already dropped the one home game. This is kind of similar to the Ohio spot, in my opinion, where Ohio dropped that first home game. Then they had Illinois State. They took care of business. So Toledo minus the 1.5. Just take the money line if you want. Either way, I'd bet either of those.
All right, little battle here. 1v2. It's a handicap match. We'll just clicking some buttons here for the battle. All right. UMBC, the soundboard's going to get better. I promise. I got some good things cooking up in the soundboard. Just stay tuned. Yes, Pump Fake Pod growing to the moon. You guys are the fucking catalyst for it. Lay it. Dayton minus 23.5. It worked out. I think Dayton, it wasn't working out last year for them laying points at home, but I still bet them. And I'm going to continue doing that with the Flyers. I think Dayton clamps on defense. I like Anthony Grant and what they've been able to do defensively. Improved, looked like last season or last game on last season defensively. So I think this number is just a tad short. The books are afraid to put a big number with an A10 team that is kind of, I'm not going to say unknown, because in the college basketball community we love Dayton. It's a known community, but maybe in the trade markets for the public, it's just not known. I think this is a misprice. I'll lay it with Dayton.
I'll take the points with UMBC. I'm not going to bet this if you are, wait. But Dayton's got Cincinnati on deck. That's a huge game. I think they kind of just go through the motions, win this game by 16, 17, somewhere around there. But I'll take the most amount of points I can with UMBC if I'm going to bet this. Depending where the number gets, I'll be on UMBC, but more than likely, probably not.
Yeah, it'll be Dayton for me. I think they kind of showed that they're getting back to their normal selves there at home with that shellacking of a win that they put on there in the opener against Canisius, winning by 40. I know Canisius is definitely worse than UMBC. However, I still think that Dayton's going to be able to put up a lot of points against the UMBC defense. It's pretty suspect, obviously. They do play with a high pace, so I kind of maybe interest you guys in a Dayton team total over possibly. I know that I don't kind of like the full game over just because UMBC could get locked up by Dayton's defense. However, UMBC plays top 40 in pace. So there's going to be a lot of possessions, and they're not going to be able to stop Dayton. So I feel like Dayton's going to just kind of be able to score at will. So Dayton minus the 23.5 or Dayton team total over for me. Oh, also, I just got done looking through my picks. I haven't done the total up my no bets. Had quite a bit of no bets there at the end of the night.
Come on, Wolfpack.
I wasn't I was busy throughout the end of the night, so didn't get my last kind of slew of bets in that maybe I would have. But overall, 16-13, so in the green. Yep. Like I thought, not as good as I thought it was going to be. Had some struggles there, kind of mid day or midnight, I guess you should say. But yeah, overall in the green, can't complain. So 16-13, and I'll get my no bets posted as well here after.
That. Sorry to interrupt, Elliot. That is 43-26 for the Pump Fake Pod last night on bets. 43-26. Elliot 16-13. Myself 16-9. Elliot and Trevor 11-4. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I've been at the front of the gate a couple days. Trevor took the helm and ran with it. 11-4. You've been betting full units. I'm betting half units, so respect there. But I bet half units early. It's just kind of how I roll. So Mad showing tonight from the Pump Fake Pod, 43 and 26 combined here. Good shit. UW Milwaukee's laying 1.5 against Wofford on the road. Do we bet Milwaukee on the road? I mean, we like this Milwaukee team hitting our money line parlay, 2-team money line parlay. Elliot, we really capped that game perfectly. If I have to go back to it, I don't know if you bet that, Trevor. Apologize, but we had that. We didn't want to lay the points. Knew they'd win, but with variance and all the things that can happen at the end of these games with the foul game, we didn't want to take the opposite side and fade Milwaukee since we like Milwaukee. Put them in a 2-team money line parlay. It worked out really well because the spread would not have hit. Do we take Milwaukee on the road? They're a really good team. A lot of hype going into this season. I am liking some of these road favorites, unfortunately, which is scary, but I think I'm going to take Milwaukee here. I like Milwaukee. Talk me out of this. I know Wofford at home is a little scary.
I'm not going to talk you out of anything. I'm with you. I like Milwaukee. I mean, Milwaukee's got size and big dudes. Wofford just played. Who did they play? George Mason. Tough opponent, lost by 24. I mean, you turned it over 16 times. You're 10 of 16 from the line, 6 of 29 from deep, 9 of 21 inside the arc. They couldn't do anything. Now, George Mason, obviously a more defensive-oriented and prominent team than Milwaukee is, but Lundy and this team, they're damn good. I'm confident in them, and I'm not incredibly high on Wofford. They played horribly last game. I don't know how much that's going to improve for them. Milwaukee's got Little Rock on deck, so no real look ahead. But this is the first road game, so it is coming about 5 days later. So they got a little bit of time to prepare and whatnot. So yeah, I'll take Milwaukee to lay the short number, but I'm not going to bet this. I could see Milwaukee just dropping the game too, but I think they pop out and get this done, but not going to bet this.
Let's go. Oh, you're not betting this?
No, not yet. I might.
Oh, fuck. All right, I kind of want to bet this.
Yeah, I'm betting Milwaukee for sure.
Let's go. All right.
Wofford is not I don't think Wofford's a very good team. I mean, look at George Mason. They kind of struggled a little bit tonight against a Winthrop team, and George Mason was able to easily take care of Wofford. I think Milwaukee's the significantly better team. And so I'm laying 1.5. I think books are just kind of telling you, hey, this is, this is going to win. The only thing that I'm scared about is there was a few of these tonight that that didn't pan out that we had talked about. Arkansas State being one of them. Who else? Hofstra being another one.
Iona beat Hofstra. I was on Iona. Are you talking about Hofstra earlier?
No, yeah, I'm saying with Hofstra, open it up right here at kind of this number. Hofstra -1, Arkansas State -1 with that road favorite, and then it didn't end up. So that'd be the only thing that kind of scares me just a little bit, makes me a little bit hesitant. But I mean, Bart Lundy, I think will have his players ready to play. I'm not impressed with Wofford really at all. And, it's Kevin Giltner there now, first year there. Maybe they'll get better as the season progresses, but I think just Milwaukee right now in this date and time is the better team. So I'm going to trust that and back that.
Do we Trevor, come on. Get in here. Come on. Get in here and bet this.
It's circled. It's circled. We'll see what happens.
Just wanted to do this. I mean, come on, Milwaukee. You go. Come on, get in here. Potawatomi Casino can kiss my ass. The city of Milwaukee, decent breweries. Come on, get in there. Come on, Milwaukee. Milwaukee, let's do it, dude. Come on, get in. Tulane's laying 12.5 against Texas State. Over under 147.5. I'll take the over. No bet for me. I think Tulane runs and guns with Hunter. I know Texas State kind of slows it down, but I think Texas State's going to have to adapt here and match the pace for Tulane. So my pick would be for the points, but I'm probably not bet. Yeah, I'm not
It's a lot of points for a Tulane team, man. I mean,
agree with a state team that limits possessions too, but
I know, but that's a lot of points. I mean, Tulane's got nobody on deck. Texas State doesn't either. Not that that would matter. Texas State did go to Bowling Green and get their shit pushed in by 35. So I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, Tulane 7-point home win over Samford. Texas State. I think they can probably get this number covered. I mean, Texas State doesn't have an incredible amount of size. I'll take Tulane with the 12.5. I ain't betting this game though.
You know, you said that Texas State doesn't have a look ahead, but I do believe they do. They got a rivalry game on deck, the I-35, the I-35 rivalry with UTSA. So Texas State, UTSA. I think they're gonna, possibly be looking ahead towards that rivalry game. So give me Tulane minus the 12.5. As Kyle just said in the chat, I was just watching that as well. Tulane, huge football upset against Memphis. So let's keep the good juju going there down in New Orleans and give me Tulane minus the 12.5. I think they maybe beat Texas State by 20, and then Texas State's like licking their chops ready for UTSA come, I think, what was that, Tuesday maybe? Next Wednesday. So it'll be Tulane for me.
And appreciate everyone in the chat. Chat's rocking. Drop your plays. Drop your stuff. Again, Pump Fake Pod, 43-26 combined, 16-9, 11-4, 16-13. We huck around here. It's like beer die for us. We're fucking throwing up beer die. We're hitting, man. We're hitting. Absolutely hitting. Fairfield's laying 5.5 against NJIT. Over-unders 145.5. That number's disgusting. Laying points with Fairfield, but is this too much steam for NJIT that got the win? Maybe a little hangover for the the South Harmon the South Harmon Institute of Technology. I mean, they're probably maybe a little hangover. But Fairfield laying that dirty number of 5.5, stay away game for me. Hands up. I'll lay it with Fairfield, but I'm certainly not betting this. I'd love to. I mean, if NJIT shit wins, more power to them. No bet for me.
I kind of like this NJIT team. Granted, they're a bunch of freshmen. But Fairfield just played their heart out against Penn State. Probably should have won that game.
Trev, don't bet this if you're not betting Milwaukee, motherfucker. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's a fucking good point, Elliot. That's a fucking good point. And he's all on his high horse. My God. My God, he lives in Wisconsin. He has no pride. He does hate the city of Milwaukee though a little more than he does Quebec.
Other than the Brewers, I hate that city.
The Potawatomi Casino is Fugazi, and Jeffrey Dahmer's house is like 4 blocks away from it. Not even 4 blocks. It's scary.
But yeah, NJIT. I like their freshmen. I like the way they looked. Fairfield. Max effort game against Penn State game you should have won. Now you're going to hit the road again. I think NJIT is going to be a little bit more prepared and ready to go in this one. So give me the Highlanders. Let's get this done. And it's and Fairfield's laying 5.5 on the road. No, thank you.
And Kyle's saying the 5.5 magic number thing's not real and has been debunked. I mean, show me the Mythbusters. Send me the status. It's worked for me. It's worked for me. That's all I'm saying. It's worked for me. Worked for me. Worked for me.
I'm going to go NJIT here with you, Trev. But my sick-minded self probably is not going to be able to get there to bet it. Curious to see.
I will tail you guys if you both bet this.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to bet it. The crazy thing is I mentioned it when we were doing the recap on that NJIT Fordham game. I was the sick fuck that bet Fordham, and NJIT just shoved it up my ass and said that was a terrible bet. So,
oh wait, you guys bet Fordham? Who's on the other side? Oh yeah,
you didn't bet it though, pussy.
Oh yeah, true.
So you can't talk
I ain't
shit.
laying points with Fordham.
But NJIT, I think we're missing their top 2 players against Fordham, so that made it even more impressive. So I mean, I really want to bet NJIT, to be honest. Maybe even sprinkle a little bit of the money line on this fucking home dog.
All right, well, you just called me a pussy for not betting it, so let's see if you actually do bet it. How many IPAs is Huff on right now? Definitely drinking for the team. Been drinking for this whole podcast for the last fucking 3 weeks. So hopefully they get a beer in their hand once for the fucking episodes. But yeah, I chugged 3 IPAs because I hit my last 3 bets in a row, and I chugged 7%ers last night. I was a little hungover this morning. I will admit, I was very hungover this morning. And still made my work shit. Still got it done. I'm gonna be boozing up. We're boozing. I'm definitely feeling good. But I was 16-9 tonight off three chug IPAs. So 3 chugs. See the board. Northern Kentucky's catching 27.5 against Tennessee over 139.5. Lay it. Gillespie, Rick Barnes, they'll get it done. This is Tennessee. First half, they'll only be up 8 or 12 points. They'll end up winning by 32, 35.
Does Tennessee have enough pace to cover that number? I know you can.
That's a hard stick too.
Yeah, I mean, I know you can hold them to 45 points, but are they going to get 70? That's always the issue with Tennessee. To me, Northern Kentucky team total under whatever that number would be, but probably won't bet it. But if Tennessee's covering this number, it's because Northern Kentucky's scoring 38 points. So I'll take the Northern Kentucky team total under whatever that number is whenever it pops up.
Yeah, Brandon made the great point. I just saw it in the chat. I was literally about to say the exact same thing. I think this is just a similar spot to Kentucky, kind of laying an egg, not necessarily an egg, but not playing its best in that opening game, and then just absolutely rolling tonight. Tennessee only put up 76 against Mercer there in their opening game. I think that they're going to get it rolling here. They're going to cover. Typically, they do cover these big numbers for sure. So the fact that they didn't cover the number of the first game makes me want to bet this. I think Tennessee will cover this number here. If they don't, I'll be on them to cover the big number against North Florida as well. So,
hey, TK Locks, welcome to the show. Let's get St. John's, Bama. St. John's, Bama was our first play of the day. And let's shout out Zoe. Doesn't want to be on episode, but my wife just woke up from falling asleep on the couch, and she hit Buffalo -6.5. So shout out my wife Franklin here. Dog, let's go Buffalo.
Easy money.
-6.5. Texas is laying 23.5 against Lafayette. Over under is 150.5. I'll lay it with Texas, but I'm not going to bet this. I need to see them after they just looked flat yet again. Sean Miller looked like the sweat was perforating. I mean, it was bad. I mean, Texas just didn't look good in my opinion. I know it was Duke. So I think this could be a get-right spot potentially. So if you are betting this, I could be talked into it. But laying this big of a number, to me, I need to see them do this first before I start betting on them in these next few games, laying the big number. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Sorry, Trevor. I feel way more confident in the other orange team, and it's a higher number.
Yeah, I don't trust Texas to win by margin here. Lafayette, though, the problem, they don't have any size. They're not gonna get rebounds. They basically got to make it to keep it going. So with that being said, I like the under. I think Lafayette struggles to score. I don't think Texas is a team that can explode offensively right now. I think they're kind of just working the kinks out, going through the motions, trying to figure out what kind of team they are. So give me the under 150.5 in this game, and I will bet this one.
I'm always horns down forever and always. But I will I'll lay it here with Texas. I think it's a little bit of a get right spot for them. Play should be kind of pretty pumped up, pretty amped, because Texas football is on bye, so all the students are going to be looking for something to do. So I think a lot of them show up here to this this basketball game. So the fact that football is on a bye means more people are going to be in here. I think Texas might show up and show out, but I need to see their offense be able to score. I mean, they only put up 60 against Duke. They looked really lackluster. So I'm not going to bet it, but it would be Texas minus the 23.5.
All right. Okay. Towson's catching 26.5 at Houston, over under 132.5. Depending on, I'm just going to rinse and repeat. Towson first half team total under. Got hooked on it last game. That was brutal, but Houston is still just an absolute wagon. They just eat your lunch at well, yeah, they eat your lunch at home. They always have. I mean, Lehigh, yes, they didn't cover the 30 whatever number. They still shut them down first half. Lehigh just happened to get a few that got some friendly bounces. Houston, it's been tried and true system. Just take the opponent first half team total under, especially in non-con. So give me Towson first half team total under. Not to mention Towson doesn't play with speed. If they want to hang in this game, they gotta use the clock and try to get good shots and not just be running up and down and giving Houston the ball for free. So give me Towson first half under. I think it's very minimal possessions, and Houston's defense should be able to lock him up and keep him off the glass for second chances.
Can you guys hear me okay? My
Yep.
phone froze a couple
I'm
times.
good on you.
I froze a couple times. So I didn't hear anything you said, Trevor, but is this the team total under angle first half? Is that what you said?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I think because Towson limits possession. I like this Towson team, though. They're a lot more physical than you think, but matching up against Houston, they're damn near street ball. Look the hell out. Give me Houston. I think I definitely will take that team total under first half for sure and just ride that angle with you there. We've done it the last 3 years of the whole 3 years of the pump fake pod here. So let's go for it. It's worked out well. Towson's a lot better though, more talented team, but I just think they'll be outmatched against Houston. So could be talked into even laying it as well, the big number with Houston, but definitely taking the team total under first half. Towson.
Yeah, I'll ride it. I'm not super confident in it, but I'll ride it because that's what we've done, especially in non-conference play. I don't know. The Houston, they just kind of really struggled against Lehigh for some reason. Not quite sure what it was, but could just never kind of get over that hump. Only ended up winning the game by 18. So, it's one of those things that you probably should lay the big number here, even if it is Towson. I like this Towson team. I think they're significantly better than Lehigh. However, I think that Coach Sampson, he was not happy with the performance. I mean, I watched and listened to the post game. Wasn't very happy of it. Said his kind of team took their foot off the gas, which is something that they normally don't do. So it makes me kind of want to bet the full game as well, just because I think he's going to have his team ready to go, number one. But then number two, he's going to have his team ready to go for the full 40. So really want to lay it with 6.5. But yeah, I'll ride the team total. First half.
Houston, let's go. So close last year. Catch the ball. Drew, what are you doing? God, it's gotta be eaten in your brain a little bit. You gotta just block that out after last season. Love that beat, by the way. My God. All right. Georgia Southern, no line. UNC Asheville, is there a line? We can skip that for now. Memphis is laying 3.5 against San Francisco. Last year they played. They're playing again. I thought it was in the Chase Center last year. Where is this one at?
This one's in Memphis.
At the FedEx Forum?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then why the hell did they not play that at the War Memorial Coliseum then? That's bullshit. They went to the Chase Center?
Stupid.
San Francisco's catching 3.5. This one's interesting, man. Memphis at home, though, could be a little dicey. The San Francisco team definitely can push the pace with Memphis here. Man, my heart wants to take San Francisco, but I feel like this is a Memphis spot, -3.5, just at a home favorite. I know you guys are going to fade the Penny Hardaway stuff, but just even last year, I know they had Haggerty, but just felt a little outmatched, a little tougher than San Francisco. And this is going to be a tale of two halves. So I think you definitely could get a live number in this game. Could definitely get a live number in this game with this number. I'll take Memphis here, though. I will bet it if it is at FedEx Forum.
It is, and I will take San Fran. Heartbreaking loss last year. Should have played at home. Would have beat Memphis. Said you played at the Warriors Arena, like a bunch of fucking idiots. Now you're traveling on the road. Memphis, Penny Hardaway just said 2-3 days ago they just started implementing and installing their offense and defensive sets. They played 2 exhibition games prior to that, so I don't know what the fuck they were doing, just running around, getting cardio, playing 2K, whatever. San Francisco is coming in with a mission. They're sick of losing to Memphis. This is their shot. You got a Memphis team that's discombobulated, hasn't been doing anything, running anything in practice. Maybe they have, but now they're just now getting around to installing it. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. Give me San Fran, the Dons, +3.5 here.
Yeah, the Doug McDaniel experience begins in Memphis. Should be interesting, but I'll take Memphis -3.5 here at home. I don't like San Francisco on the road. I don't really care if they've implemented any offense. I think that they can just play street ball. Penny Hardaway can roll the ball out and say, hey, let's go get a dub. And the talent that Memphis has can allow them to get them this victory. It's going to be ugly as hell. I do think that Huff's right. You could probably get a better line. This feels like San Francisco might jump out to an early 12-3 lead, some shit like that, where, they're the better coach program. But then Memphis just kind of uses their athletes, uses their just kind of not necessarily street ball, but just their ball, their bucket getters, and they just kind of slowly break their way back in and then kind of run away with this in the second half. So you can maybe get a better line, possibly live. But yeah, I'll be with Memphis -3.5. Think they can just put the ball in the hoop better than San Francisco.
LaSalle's laying 5.5 against Monmouth.
I do have that. If you want to go back real quick, I do have that number. I pulled it up for Cashville and Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern's laying 4.5, and the over/under is 157.5.
Interesting. What's your take on it?
Not quite sure. Kind of want to take Georgia Southern for some reason, with them laying that number. But UNC Asheville didn't really look the part. I watched that whole game against Wichita State. They didn't really score like they typically do.
Defense looked decent. I mean, I know Wichita State won pretty hand. I mean,
yeah,
pretty easily,
Wichita State it was a lot closer than what the final score showed. I think Wichita State ended up winning by 17, but it was definitely a lot closer than that. But I don't know. Georgia Southern kind of impressed me there at ECU. We're really competitive in this game. So now you got UNC Asheville coming from Wichita there down to Georgia. So I might take a flyer on Georgia minus the 4.5.
Yeah, I would do the same. I'm not. I don't think Asheville. I think that's still a little bit of a name brand team here. November. You lost a lot of guys rebuilding, and now you're gonna hit. This is a road game, correct? Yeah, you're hitting the road. I think Georgia Southern finds a way to get this done. I'll lay it, but I'm not betting this.
I'm going to take the team total over for Georgia Southern. They push the pace. They're going to run and gun. And I think Asheville's defense is decent. But I think Georgia Southern's going to be able to control the tempo here versus Asheville. LaSalle's laying 5.5 against Monmouth. And, man, I like King Rice as much as I do. But this Darius Nichols team for LaSalle looked really good. I watched them play. They're running great sets, not just focusing on getting out of transition, running and gunning, ISO ball. I really liked everything that they were doing offensively. Hate fading King Rice. I think I can bet LaSalle minus 5.5 though. What say you guys?
I'm not betting this, but I would just because Monmouth is that bad. Hate the 5.5 number, but I hate Monmouth more. I'm not touching this game, but I'd lay it with LaSalle.
Yeah, I'll bet LaSalle here. I kind of think I might be falling for a little bit of an overreaction based on the one game that LaSalle played in the Darius Nichols era, but I liked what I saw. So I'll back them here. Trev, like you said, Monmouth's not very good. They lost Abdi Bashir to K-State, so now they don't have their leading scorer who averaged 20.5 points a game last year. This will be their first D1 game. They beat Caldwell, wherever the hell that is, by 28 there on Tuesday. But I think they might struggle a little bit this year, or at least early on, until King Rice can kind of get his team to kind of how he wants it come conference play. But yeah, I'll back LaSalle here. Might be a little overreaction on my part, just in terms of what I saw with LaSalle the first game. But I don't mind laying the 5.5.
Are we ready for the next one then, or everyone's good? All right. Fullerton's catching 12.5 in Wyoming. Sundance Wicks, the home where Sundance Wicks resides. My guy, laying 12.5 over under 149.5. Give me Wyoming at home. Good spot. Fullerton, I'm not a huge fan of, and neither are the books, as you can see by them catching 12.5. Excuse me, Wyoming. Fullerton did beat Caltech 136-82. They shot 16-39 from three, forced 11 turnovers, and shot 28 free throws. You're not doing that against Wyoming. No shot. Just give me Wyoming. I think this is a drill spot. I think it's a big number for a reason. I know the Big West was good last year, but taking a step back, Fullerton's lost guys. They congrats on 136 versus a D2 school, but you're not shooting 43s and you're not getting to the line 30 times against Wyoming. So I'll lay it with Wyoming.
Yeah, big thing for me here, I think, is going to be elevation. That's going to play a significant role. Fullerton, damn near sea level, like I think 100 feet above sea level. Now they're traveling to Laramie, Wyoming, where it's 7,000 feet above sea level, even higher than Denver, which a lot of people don't realize that it's even higher than Denver for elevation. So I think Cal State Fullerton's just going to really struggle with the elevation, especially early on in the season when everybody's still not in shape, in true game shape. So I think Wyoming rolls here. Might be a little close. there at the beginning of the game, but I think they'll start to pull away near the second at the end and into the second half, and they'll just kind of run away with it there down the stretch, probably 15 minutes in, and then it'll be all Wyoming.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Let's go there. We bet in Wyoming. Let's all go there. I'm down to go to Laramie. Let's ride.
That's circled.
Stanford's laying 11.5 against Montana. Portland State covered, right? Or did they not?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Is Montana better? I know Portland State had a better front court. They got a lot of rebounders, second chance opportunities. Montana's a better roster, though. The books are scared of what Stanford can do. I'll take Montana 11.5.
I'm with you. I don't know why you would want to lay this many points with Stanford if they couldn't beat Portland State by margin. And that was a home game for Stanford. So no travel, staying home. Montana, first road trip away from home. They've outscored granted they're D2 or whatever, but they've outscored these guys 179 to 80 in 2 games. So I mean, obviously it's D2, doesn't mean shit, but their defenses looked all right. Holding team, nobody scored more than 41 off of them. So I mean that was good, but again D2. But I'm just not incredibly high on Stanford to be winning by margin. That's just not what they do. So give me Montana 11.5. Not betting it.
Yeah, shout out Money Williams. Always a guy that I'll back. Montana, have them picked to finish first there on the Big Sky. We've seen what the Big Sky has done, kind of top to bottom and being competitive here early on in non-conference play. And I think Montana is going to do that yet again. I will be taking the 11.5, and this will be a bet for me.
All right, cool. Sorry about that. UCSB, the Gauchos, laying 1.5 against San Jose State. Holy shit. Over-unders 145.5. UCSB, this is a true home game, right?
I believe so. Let me find it. Where you at?
It is. It's in the Thunderdome.
It is.
San Jose State, they lose to Utah. I mean, they're competitive against Utah. I'll give them that. But this is a home game. I'll lay it with UCSB. Check the picks page here in a little bit when I bet it. When I got to basically drive to my golf round here in about 2 hours. Gonna be a DJ in there. Better hit the bets. 16-9. That was motivating me to go. We're boozing, having a good time, enjoying life. I'm still gonna go under 88.5.
I'm gonna lay it with Barber here. San Jose State, yes, he played Utah. So congrats, one of the worst Big 12 schools. Still a Big 12 school, but second straight road game. Granted, this is about 4 or 5 days later, but yeah, I mean, Santa Barbara looked all right against D2 school, but it's more of an indictment on San Jose. I just don't really believe in this team. I know they played Utah tough, but I think UC Santa Barbara is going to be able to push the tempo more and just be more effective at home. I'm not high on Utah. I think they're one of the worst, if not the worst, team in the Big 12. So I'll lay it with Santa Barbara. This is also a Ken Palm system play. So give me Santa Barbara -8.5.
Yeah, it's a big number in my opinion. I felt like this number would be a little bit smaller. So surprised that we're laying the 8.5 here, and I think maybe the books are telling you that UC Santa Barbara is going to kill them. So I'll take UC Santa Barbara minus the 8.5.
All right. I'll bet it if you guys are betting it. I like
I'm
it.
betting it.
All right, I'll
Sure.
bet it with you.
I'll bet it. Yeah. Good.
It's fucking Squad ride. Let's go. Squad ride, baby. UCSB in the dome. Getting dome. UT Arlington catching 13.5 against New Mexico. Elliot, this is your team. Take it away. And also, you're a Tim Miles apologist, so you're betting UCSB. Bet it, everyone. Just bet it. UT Arlington versus New Mexico. New Mexico's laying 13.5. Over under 149.5. Come on, man. This is your team. You like a good UTA last year. I know you and Crutch were seeing the board with them last year. One of my most bet teams. We did well on them. We faded them right. We bet them right.
Yeah. I think we had that one spot where we're I was gonna kind of wait and see what the pit would be like, and it kind of ended kind of right around that number. I think what we had New Mexico minus 20.5. I think they ended up winning by 22 to East Texas A&M. UT Arlington, they rolled against UNT Dallas. They're at home. Now they're going into the pit. I kind of want to just lay it with New Mexico here. Was kind of going to look and see what the football team. They got a home game at. Nope, they're off this weekend. Bye game. So, yeah, give me the pit. I think the crowd's going to be fucking crazy. The football game, so that means everybody's going to be here. I'll lay it with New Mexico minus 13.5. Not going to fade the pit here.
Yeah, I'm with you. It would be New Mexico or nothing. I mean, they forced 21 turnovers last game against East Texas A&M. East Texas A&M only 5 of 34 from 3. So that definitely benefited New Mexico there. But I still think New Mexico at the pick game 2. Covered game 1. I think they can get game 2 with nothing on deck right now. So I'll lay with New Mexico.
Hey, yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm laying with New Mexico. I think this is a little overreaction from the books. I think they respect UTA, obviously, a little bit, but with them going and playing a D2 team, now going straight directly into the pit, this is just kind of, I think, an overreaction from the books where this number would be a lot higher maybe 2 years ago than last year. So I'm with you. I'll lay it. The squad ride B. Are we all betting this?
I didn't bet it. I picked it. Didn't bet it.
Fuck it. We're all having fun here. Squad ride beat. Stay tuned. New beats all the time. We're making beats. No, we're just copying them royalty free. Eastern Washington versus Colorado. Colorado's laying 15.5. Over on is 152.5. Fuck no, I'm not laying 15 points with Colorado. Don't care who it is. I know Eastern Washington is taking a step back in athletic programs just with this NIL era. They've been just a laughingstock in basketball, but they played good against UCLA. I'll pick Eastern Washington plus 15.5. I'm going to stay off this one though. I need to see them in elevation, being able to compete. But I think is it Western Washington that's more high on elevation. But anywho, I'm not here to be a geography major. I'm here to just give out picks like a degenerate. So I'll take Washington 15.5.
Eastern Washington, they're about 2,500 above sea level there, so you're about halfway up to Colorado. So used to elevation, but not a significant change like some teams going up to Denver. But yeah, it's Eastern Washington plus 15.5 for me, but I can't get myself there to bet it. I'm not betting it. There's no way. I don't think I can get myself to bet it, especially when we got basically a similar amount of games on. as we did yesterday. I had 29 bets out. If I'm going to do kind of a similar 29, 30 amount of bets, that means I'm going to have to avoid 29 of them. So I'll be selective here and avoid this one, but Eastern Washington plus the points for me.
Yeah, I'll take Colorado. Solely just fading Eastern Washington off of this travel. I mean, you had UCLA on Monday, you went to LMU on Wednesday, and now you're going to Colorado on Saturday, third game in 5 days. Colorado did beat Montana State by 14. Now you got an Eastern Washington team that's been traveling, playing some tough games. You know, they hung in there, but now we're getting a big number against a Colorado team that nobody likes. I feel like this is pretty telling. What's gonna go happen? So give me Colorado laying the 15.5. Disgusting. Probably not going to bet this, but I just think this is as good a spot as any for Colorado to run away on somebody, just given the horrendous traveling situation that Eastern Washington's been going through. Bill and Mary's laying 2.5 at Norfolk. Bill and Mary lost a lot in the off season, didn't they? Whether graduating or portal, I believe. Could be wrong there, but I think they did.
I have to look that up. I cannot remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. Regardless, I think they did. Norfolk State's, this team only two D2 games. They put up, damn near 100 or 220 points, giving up about 160. So nothing you can really take away there. These are D2, D3 schools. But William and Mary's hitting the road here. Norfolk State gets to stay home. In this one, I'll take the home dog in Norfolk. I don't think William and Mary is that much better to where they're going to be laying points on the road like that. So I'll take I'll take Norfolk State. Probably won't bet it. I mean, William and Mary did beat this team last year, so different teams. So maybe some of these Norfolk guys that returned remember that or not. But I'll take Norfolk, but no bet.
Yeah, I was totally puking up there. Yes. No, I don't puke.
I'm seeing this flip now on most books. I'm seeing 1.5 at DK still, but every other book that I've looked at, I see William Mary is plus 1.5 now, and Norfolk's the favorite. So early line flip is always kind of indicative for me at least. So I'll take Norfolk State here on the money line and ride with that.
I'll take William and Mary. Not betting this. All right, Vanderbilt laying 7 against UCF. This in the bounce house. Bounce house was weak against Hofstra. But laying 7 against Vanderbilt on the road, I know Vanderbilt's a good team, or just don't know if I can lay that many points. But I don't want to put my hard-earned money on UCF after watching them. They really look lackluster on offense, lack defense. They squeaked that one out. So pick no bet for me here, UCF plus 7.
Yep, I'm taking Vanderbilt. UCF, along with Utah, I have them being one of the worst Big 12 teams out there. Vanderbilt really upgraded the roster in the portal, and they have a fair amount of guys returning, and they've been playing pretty good here. I know it's UCF at the bounce house, but we're laying 7. I feel like that's pretty telling that you're going to get a Vanderbilt team laying 3 to 4 possessions, however you want to look at it. So I'll lay it with Vanderbilt. I think maybe this will be a little tight first half, but I think at some point in the second half, Vanderbilt just comes together and just kind of starts to walk away with this. And then we got ourselves an 11, 10-point game at the end, and we're all sweating this game just for whatever number you got. So I'll take Vanderbilt minus the 7.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Trev. I'll agree. I think second year for Byington here at Vanderbilt. He's starting to bring in more and more of the pieces that he wants and what he wants his team to look like. I think, finished last year 20-13. They're going to take a step forward this year. UCF has taken a step back. They were a lot better last year. And even when they were good last year, I went to the game there in the Bounce House against K-State, and it wasn't as electric as what I was hoping or what I was thinking that the Bounce House would be. I know it still gets lit. It got lit for like KU and your big time Big 12 schools that were in the top 10, but not quite sure if it's going to get lit here. Just off of a tough loss to Houston tonight in football. They're at home, so UCF might be weeping in their sorrows after Houston kicked the game-winning field goal with 2 minutes left. I think it rolls into tomorrow, and Vanderbilt beats them. I'll take Vandy minus the 7.
Oh, yeah. Let's do this, Elliot. Vandy up. Let's go, Nerds.
I may battle. Just if you guys are, I'm just trying to be a dick. No, I'm just kidding. I'll root for you guys. I'm gonna root for you guys. Oh, Trevor, this is all yours, my friend. I know you love St. Bonaventure. Just kidding. I love Canisius. I know you love St. Bonaventure.
Yeah, Canisius, one of the worst teams in the country every single year. Got 40 piece by Dayton on the road. Went home, beat Allegheny, the Allegheny River, apparently, 84-43. Now you're going to hit the road again, third game, 5 days. Second on the road. So you traveled, went home, then you traveled again. Granted, Dayton to New York or Buffalo isn't that crazy. And St. Bonaventure's not a crazy travel spot, but still third game in 5 days. Bonaventure, they pulled it out against Bradley, managed to pull that one out. And I don't think they're going to really have much of an issue with Canisius. Not high in Canisius, never have been. They played Dayton. They turned it over 19 times, 5 of 11 from the free throw line, 7 of 9 from 3, 11 of 31 inside the arc. Their lack of size is really going to kill them. So I think similar to what Dayton did, I think this is not a 40-piecer, but I think Bonaventure can win by 27, 26 or more. So I'll take the Bonnies laying at 18.5.
Yeah, Trev, I'll agree with you. I'll lay it here with St. Bonaventure. It just scares me. This number's big. You brought it up earlier on one of those games we were talking about earlier with a big number with a short total like this, a low total like this. But I agree. I don't think that Canisius is going to be able to score. I think they'll be in the 50s. Maybe a team total under for Canisius look here with the Bonnies defense being able to maybe lock them down. And, Canisius' offense is nothing to bat an eye about, only, putting up 48 against Dayton, like you said. So might be a Canisius team total under for me rather than the 18.5. But I think, either way, probably is going to hit, in my opinion. Just really kind of depends on maybe what that number is. If it's, 54.5, 55.5, maybe I'll just feel better about taking the Bonnies because I think they can really be efficient on offense here and really roll. I mean, they only scored 69 against Bradley, but got it done. I think they might, put up 80, something like that. It might be like an 80-55 type of a game, in my opinion. So, if that team total under is kind of right around 55, maybe I'll lean towards the Bonnies minus the points instead. But if I can get it in the, 57, 58, closer to 60, I might be on team total under for Canisius. Huff, your thoughts?
Canisius is I've been going back and forth with them in my Instagram DMs. They may send me a jersey, so I'm gonna wait to bet this just out of pure heart. I'll root for you guys most likely though. There's probably a good chance I don't bet this. St. Bonaventure looked good last game. UNC Greensboro's laying 3.5 versus Elon. Elliot, what say you? You got to see them pretty good against Kansas State. They looked good, much better in the first half than in the second. Anything that you could take away from UNC Greensboro's performance against K-State, since you watched it intensely? Well, while you could, until while ESPN was working.
I think they are kind of brand new this year, but I did like what I saw, especially like you said in the first half. K-State really just caught fire there in the second half from three and kind of just ran away with it and kind of ran UNC Greensboro out the gym. But I was really impressed with Justin Neely. He's a 6'6" senior, came in, transferred from Albany, power forward for him. He played really well. I think he's a guy that will be one of their go-to guys for this year. And then another one that I like is Lillian Marvel. He's a freshman, but showed out, scored 14 points against K-State in his opening game there in college. I'll be on Greensboro here on the short number. Don't see why not. No real conviction of why. Just the fact that maybe I was kind of impressed with UNC Greensboro and how they're able to compete against K-State, at least for one half. And I think that they can get it done here against an Elon team that I think maybe is going to take a step back this year after finishing just above 500 there in the CAA last year. So give me Greensboro. I think the SoCon is the better conference comparative to the CAA, and so I'll ride with the SoCon and Greensboro here, laying the short number.
Yeah, Greensboro's just really new, like a lot of new pieces on that team. NC State is also on deck, so you got you get a chance to go to Big Brother and get that done. I'm honestly just probably leaning towards Elon here. Greensboro, just completely fresh team, look ahead spot. I know you're back home off of a loss, but NC State's on deck. I don't think Elon's really one they're getting up for. I know it's an interstate or whatever, but I still think Elon is going to be the better team here and be able to hang in. I want to see Greensboro, come together and actually put a full game together instead of bits and pieces like they did. So I'll take 3.5 with Elon here.
I will say, if when I take this might be a little money line parlay piece rather than laying the 3.5. Because it could be pretty close down the stretch, and they didn't shoot very well from the free throw line against K-State, so that kind of scares me. Getting this number above 1 possession, 2 possessions, so I think 3.5 I'd play it, but it might be a money line parlay piece for me. And then I really think to kind of respond to that, I don't think it's necessarily a look ahead on these mid majors playing these high major teams because they already kind of know that it's a bye game. They're getting there to collect the check. Yeah, they're going to be competitive. However, these games, their first home game against a team that they can actually win and get in the win column, I think they're going to be motivated for it. So I wouldn't necessarily see it as a look ahead spot against an NC State team for this next game ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go UNC Greensboro as well. I like that money line parlay piece. You guys said it best, so I like UNC Greensboro here. Boise State's laying 12.5 against Utah Valley. Man, I don't know about Boise State, but it's a low number. I'll pick Boise State. No bet for me. They looked horrible. Just lost to Hawaii Pacific. I can't put my money on them.
Yeah, is this like the buy low spot for Boise State here? Just the fact that lost the D2 Hawaii Pacific. Now they're coming coming back at home, playing Utah Valley, who's a really good team there in the Western Athletic Conference. Should be competing for that top spot. I kind of want to bet Utah Valley plus the 12.5. I think maybe other people will too after seeing Boise State lose to a D2 when people do kind of their research. So what I might do in this game is wait until tomorrow, let kind of maybe Utah Valley bettors bet it down a little bit. Maybe we can get Boise State even at a better number potentially. And if we do, I might pull the trigger with Boise State there. But it's not something that I'm going to really rush to bet right now. I really probably honestly should just bet Boise State right now because Leon Rice is going to be after his players. They're going to come out fired up, pissed off. However, this is a good opponent in Utah Valley, so that's kind of what's holding me off from immediately betting Boise State. So I'm not going to jump to bet anything right now. I'll kind of wait, see what the line does, and then kind of proceed accordingly.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Boise is a bounce back spot here. Losing to Hawaii Pacific, you're now an internet meme in the college basketball world for that loss. Utah Valley, really good team. But they played a D2 school, just similar to Boise. But first road game here, Boise, Rice is going to be on their ass after that. I think Boise bounces back here. Give me Boise minus the 12.5. Not going to bet this though, because I can also see if they just lose this game, I wouldn't be shocked. But I feel like it's more of a bounce back spot than it is a spot we can catch a dog and catch Boise. So I'll take Boise. No bet though. No bet. Air Force laying points.
Is this at Air Force?
I believe so. Yes.
No way I'm betting Air Force. I'm probably not betting this game, so I can just kind of move along most likely. But if I had to pick one, I think Austin Peay's defense is staunch, and they also can score points. I may actually bet this. I think they can go on the road in Colorado, not have to worry about it. Fuck the elevation. Sorry, troops. Appreciate you guys and their service, but give me Austin Peay and Stolen Valor coach. Total Stolen Valor, by the way.
Yeah, forgot about him. I feel like Air Force is laying points for a reason. They looked good. They went through the lull. Should have covered versus Belmont. I didn't deserve the Belmont cover, but they should have covered. Blew it. Now you're at home. Austin Peay. Road game. Played a D2 school. I feel like Air Force is laying points for a reason, and no one wants to do it. I'll lay it with them. I may bet this. And if Air Force flips to a dog tomorrow, I'm going to love it and definitely bet it.
Yeah, man, this is a game I'm not even going to entertain betting probably just because of it's Air Force. However, I do see Air Force maybe is plus 1.5 now when I was kind of looking at the updated line. See plus 1.5, but I also see minus 1.5. So it's kind of all over. Minus 1.5 juice to the plus money. I don't mind backing Air Force here against Austin Peay. I think Air Force, I believe it was Redman in the chat. We were talking about it. They're in the way better conference. They're used to way better competition. You got Austin Peay coming in the ASUN. Now they got to travel. I think it's one of these spots. There was one last year when Air Force actually won outright. Can't remember the game, but it was a similar line like this where Air Force was actually laying points, minus 2.5, something like that. And I dove in. I was like, hey, if they're actually laying points, they're going to win the game. And it worked out. So if anything, I'd bet Air Force minus the points, but I'm not betting this game. Like I said, I'm going to limit probably to 30 bets max. And so this will be one of the 29 I don't bet.
All right.
It was either Jacksonville State or Fresno.
So yeah, I just want to let all the chat should know that Elliot bet 29 games tonight. I bet 25 games 27 games tonight, and Trevor with 15 games bet tonight. So we huck around here. We absolutely huck. Speaking of hucking, where's this game at? Virginia Tech against Providence. Kim English, kind of an interesting game, but I think this Virginia Tech team's a better roster. I think that they're better. I think offensively, I like this Mike Young's team, and it takes a lot for me to bet on Kim English team. They need to prove it to me. Give me the Hokies here. I like the way that they looked against Charleston Southern. Excuse me. I know it's Charleston Southern, but you put up 98 pretty easily, single-handedly, just running up the gym. Looked like their offense was fluid after last year's debacle when they lost Padula. They just were chicken with their head cut off without him. So they looked like they got their form back. I enjoyed watching them, and I think it's going to continue. Hopefully their defense translates to Providence. So give me Vatek here.
Yeah, Vatek. I'm not high on Providence. I think this team sucks big time. Kim English, terrible coach. I'll lay with Virginia Tech. I feel like this is people are going to see Providence plus dog, and they're going to be on that. But I don't believe in that team or that coach. I forget his name. But I do not. Kim English. I do not believe in those guys. So give me Vatek with the points on this one. People are saying the game's in Blacksburg. I thought it was
It's not. This is Mohegan Sun. This is Mohegan Sun. This is the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame tip-off. This one follows George Washington, South Florida. Both the games are on Peacock. So shout out to Peacock. I'd rather watch games on Peacock than ESPN. So it's no longer fuck Peacock. It's fuck ESPN. So I'm glad that they're on Peacock, actually. I can't believe I'm saying that. Last year, me would have not believed that I'd be doing this right now, but I am. But yeah, I'll be on Virginia Tech here. It does scare me that it's kind of up in that Providence area, and Providence is used to betting on some shit. Their fans are going to be kind of wild there in that damn casino. What is it? Little ballroom court action. Maybe we should look at these overs in these ballroom games. They always seem to play with the up tempo pace in terms of that. But it'll be Virginia Tech for me. I don't trust Providence. I don't trust Kim English. Beat Holy Cross by 10 at home.
Preach.
Give me Virginia Tech minus the 1.5.
So we love Virginia Tech, right? Should play the Inner Sandman, but Metallica sues Heavy back in the Napster days. Shout out. I know my history. Remember Napster. I'm all history guy. That's why I'm a college guy.
I'll go grab more beer. I'll be right back.
Finally, drinking beer. Good to see it. Long Beach State's catching 6.5 against Fresno State. Over-unders 143.5. And I'll fade Fresno State yet again. Give me Long Beach State. They're pretty bad, though, so I feel like this number's kind of low. I don't know if I'll actually end up betting this, but this is Fresno State we're talking about. I fade them naturally. So, but Long Beach State's really bad. This feels like a kind of overreaction from the books, so probably not going to bet this, but definitely not betting Fresno State, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, if I was going to be on a side, it'd definitely be the Long Beach side, betting the plus 6.5. I believe that this was a game that Mike earlier on, when we had him on, he was looking in. This is one of his 4 games, Long Beach plus the 6.5 and plus 220 on the money line. You hit that plus 330. Was it plus 330 or plus 440? Can't remember for USC Upstate. 440, yeah. So plus 440 for USC Upstate there against Fresno State. So, we're getting another possible dog money line winner here that Mike's liking it. So that would maybe entice me a little bit, but definitely not betting the Fresno State side. If anything, it would be Long Beach State plus the points. But again, might not bet this one.
All right, let's just fucking skip that. Trevor can say whatever he wants to about that. We got to go. Maine versus Stony Brook. Nice spelling of Stony Brook. She's a cute girl with that spelling. 5.5. Over-under is 138.5. I'm not betting this. Give me Maine plus 5.5, though. I think they're a solid team. Who's Stony Brook to be laying points? I know they're a decent team at home, but give me Maine plus 5.5. I need some discipline not to bet the Black Bears, though.
I want to bet Maine. Last year, Stony Brook.
I'm into it. Oh, I could. Oh, no.
Stony Brook beat Maine at home 74-72. So you got a little bit of a revenge narrative there. Then Stony Brook beat Farmingdale State 66-59 last time out. Snuck by. Maine 20-point loss on the road at George Washington. You hit the road again. So that's not ideal. They got Rutgers on deck, but who is Maine to be in a look-ahead spot? So I think, seeing George Washington, and then you got a Stony Brook team that beat them last year and snuck past a agricultural school in Farmingdale State by 7 points. I think Maine is live to win here. I like Maine plus 5.5.
God, I might bet this.
Yeah, I think I'll be on the Black Bears here as well.
Betting it? Are you betting it?
Not. I don't know.
I'm going to bet it.
Not really interested in Stony Brook whatsoever. But I'll take Maine plus the 5.5. Ace flag, twin brother might go off. 6 man off the bench. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who is Stony Brook to be laying almost over 2 possessions almost? I think it's too many points. Golly. Maybe I should bet. Fuck it, I'll bet it.
Butler's laying 20.5 against IUND. Do you have an over-under? Over. I'm not. Nothing else.
It was 192.5, I believe, was what I was seeing originally.
Oh,
but
I saw nothing. Saw nothing. I see a 182.5 bet online, but it's crossed out.
Take it.
I was seeing 192 earlier today, but I don't know if they took them down or not. But that was what I saw earlier, was in the 190s.
Well, screw that. We'll take the over. All right, Charleston versus FAU. FAU minus 4.5. Over under is 159.5. This Charleston team kind of just phased out against Liberty. Now they got to just run it back yet again on a neutral. What are you guys thinking? I kind of just want to blindly take the over in this one. This game last year was a massive get, but this Charleston team doesn't seem like they're able to run and gun like they could. So if I'm betting this, it's going to be an over. If I had to pick a side, gun in my head, I'm taking Florida Atlantic after watching Charleston, but I think there could be another point just like last year.
Yeah, I don't hate an over. This is a neutral also, but don't hate an over. But I also like Charleston. I'm sorry, not Charleston. FAU. Charleston. FAU was the team that I felt, my boys kind of got lucky to sneak away from Boston College there. They were down double digits with like 5 minutes left and somehow tied the game at home and then snuck it out in overtime. Now you're going to go hit a neutral. Charleston, last time these two played, double OT, 119 and 116. absolutely electric game. But Berzovic was a big key player for that team last year for Charleston. He's not here anymore. I'll take an over. I just think we could see points, but I'm not going to bet it. One, it's a neutral, so some weird sights, and then I actually like Charleston. I just can't get behind it with this roster. But FAU did get lucky to win their last game, so I feel like sidewise it's got to be Charleston or nothing. But lean over, no bet.
Yeah, FAU's lucky here that they had the day off today, and now they get Charleston kind of on that back-to-back spot. I think that definitely plays a factor here. Potentially, we saw that Charleston and Liberty game, ended 165. So if anything, Charleston's probably gonna score a little bit better. Just given that they've already played one time in this arena already. But I think their weary legs are going to allow some points as well. So yeah, give me the over here. I don't mind that over 159.5. I think both teams probably end up scoring in the 80s. If not, maybe you'll see like a 85-77 type of a game, or 83-77, where it just kind of squeaks over. But give me the over. If I was picking a spread, FAU would probably be the side. Pissed me off that game against Boston College that you're talking about, Trev. I had Boston College money line. They just totally blew it down the stretch. So FAU kind of got lucky to avoid that loss there. But Charleston, man, I thought they would have kept it a little bit closer against Liberty today. So yeah, it would be FAU minus 4.5. But if I'm going to bet anything, it'll be the over 159.5 for me for sure.
All right, East Tennessee State's laying 5.5 against Presbyterian. I'll lay it with East Tennessee State. No bet. I think their defense is going to be staunch, and at the perimeter be a nightmare for Presbyterian's guard play. I love the Blue Hose, as you guys know from the previews, but I'll take East Tennessee State. No bet for me.
Yeah. I do think East Tennessee State is going to be, solid this year. I think, they'll be similar to last year, maybe better. Presbyterian at home. I know we're a little bit higher on Presbyterian this year, catching 5.5 at home. East Tennessee State only played Converse. They played the Shoe Company, won by 52. Presbyterian played Bluefield and Navy. Navy beat them by 21 in Presbyterian. So, they haven't looked good this year, but East Tennessee State, you're coming off a D2 win. Now you got to go play I know it's just Presbyterian, but you got to go play a D1 school. I think Presbyterian's improved this year. I'll take Presbyterian with the 5.5, but probably not going to bet this.
Yeah, I'll be on East Tennessee State here. I think it's a tough start to the schedule for Presbyterian. I know we're a little bit higher on them, like you said, but I just think East Tennessee State's a way better program, way more talent. I know they haven't played a Division I game yet, but Presbyterian kind of got that bounce back win against Bluefield. They're at home, shook off that tough loss, 21-point loss against Navy. They do play pretty slow, one of the slowest in the country. East Tennessee State also plays pretty slow as well. So this kind of total seems a little bit maybe like it could go under. This is kind of around the range of that Campbell, West Virginia game that was at 140.5 that I like to play. I honestly think that this could go under. If you wanted to look at a total, full game total, this might be one. And just the fact that East Tennessee State's going to really be able to lock Presbyterian up on the defensive end. Both teams are really slow in pace, so going to eliminate a lot of possessions there in that regard. So that might be my look in this game, but I would take East Tennessee State minus the 5.5 as well. Just think it's a tough spot for Presbyterian, but that under 141.5 is more enticing to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, can't I can't argue any of that. And then, speaking of which, can't argue. Oh, go for it.
I was just gonna say one thing. While you were gone grabbing a beer, we had talked about. I believe, was it the game that you came back? It was this Long Beach State, Fresno State. Just while Huff's gone,
Long Beach.
Wanted to see Long Beach. Nothing on that. Okay.
I'm not laying points at Fresno State. No fucking way.
Perfect. No, you're good.
Oh, wrong one. There we go. Yeah, we're good. Albany, UMass. UMass laying 8.5. 162.5. UMass forced 26 turnovers on Marshall and still lost the game by 6 points. Give me Albany plus 8.5. Frank Martin has not been treated well in Boston at UMass. Like, they've been horrendous. Granted, it's the second year, but they've been horrendous. I'm not laying damn near double digits with UMass.
No, I agree, but I mean, you look at Albany playing Marquette, lost to Marquette by 27. We've kind of seen that Marquette's not maybe all that they're cracked
Marquette's
up
better than UMass.
I agree, but I mean, we're talking about they won by 27. Now, can UMass win by what? 8.5? Marquette turned Albany over 23 times, so obviously UMass is going to be able to turn them over just as much, if not more. You looked at that Marshall game. Really, they struggled from the 3, 5 of 18, shot 27.5%, and they lost the game from the free throw line, 21-36, 58% from the free throw line. So I think if they can step up and make free throws, I think they cover this. However, are they going to be able to step up and make the free throws? I don't know. Albany's going to be outmatched, so they're going to be fouling. And can UMass convert from the free throw line? We'll see. I think you're on the right side, though. I hate to fade my guy Frank Martin, but man, his teams have not been very good here at UMass. So yeah, give me Albany plus 8.5. I'm definitely not betting this game though, because I could see UMass turning Albany over 25 plus times, and if they do even shoot 70% from the free throw line, they can win this game probably by 15. But not trusting UMass to do that. So yeah, Albany plus 8.5 for me. No bet though.
Frank Martin apologist. I thought you'd be. I wanted to call you a Frank Martin apologist, but no, yeah, I can't lay that many points with UMass. I'll take Albany. No bet.
Yeah, I'm not fucking laying that many points when you shoot 58% from fucking the free throw line.
To Kyle's point, UMass was a good program when they had what's his nuts, Calipari, in like '98 or whatever the fuck that was.
They're a good program. He just destroyed that program, by the way. Just destroyed it. So,
I mean, yeah, Frank Martin has had one good year. He's been there 4 years. His second year, they were 20-11.
4 years already?
Yeah. Other than that, he hasn't been very good. But you had Travis Ford, I guess, when he was there for 3 years, they were really good. If I remember correctly, kind of early 2000s, almost 2010. They were kind of top of the A10 as well. That was probably when they were at their best here as of recent. But yeah, I don't know.
Awesome. East Carolina versus Richmond. Richmond's laying 6.5. No way I'm laying that many points with Richmond. I'll take East Carolina plus 6.5 on the road. I don't care that Richmond probably has better defense. East Carolina, I like the way that they can kind of run and gun, get out in the pace. I think they can get into transition and outmatch Richmond athletically. So I'll take East Carolina here. Oh, and just so you know, as much as I hate the AI thing, I've been doing my recaps on AI. By the way, look at that! I just made that on AI. All my winners and losses tonight. So I'm getting creative with the AI. I'm trying to with my recaps, but that's all I'm going to do. I'm not relying on it. No fucking robots in this house. But I'll tell you, I'm going to go be a robot and bet on ECU here. Give me the Pirates.
Yeah, I'll take the Pirates, dude. No bet. I don't feel good either way on this one, whichever side you took. So complete stay away from me, but it would be ECU or nothing.
Yeah, I agree. I think ECU, they tested themselves there at home against Georgia Southern, came out with a win. Richmond, first D1 game, not sure what to expect from them. I think that ECU's defensively has enough to be able to kind of keep them in it with a good defensive-minded Richmond team as well. They also can score a little bit, run up tempo, as you saw in that Georgia Southern game. However, I'm not quite sure if that's necessarily the kind of this, I don't think they're going to want to run it up and down as much as they did against Georgia Southern. They might look to slow it down a little bit, but not too much, because Richmond's definitely going to be, wanting to slow the pace down and limit possessions significantly more than ECU. But I think ECU's defense will be able to keep them in this game and allow them to kind of keep this at this number and underneath this number of +6.5. So yeah, I'd be Eastern Carolina +6.5 for me.
All right, Elliot, take it away. You're rounding it up again. He's running third, taking it back home with Tarleton. Tarleton was bad against LSU. What do you think?
I wouldn't say they were bad. I would just say that LSU shot the
36. But yeah, they shot from 74%. But
LSU shot the piss out of them. You lose by 36, but you want to know what LSU shot from three? 44%. What do they shoot from two? 90%. So if you're shooting fucking 90% from 2-point range, you're probably gonna fucking smoke some folks. Which, I mean, also is a detriment to Tarleton State. Exactly. That was what I was just about to say. That's also a detriment to them and their defensive. What Billy Gillespie, I think he's definitely disappointed in that, because there's no way you should allow anybody to shoot 90% from inside the arc. I don't care who you are, but I don't know. Texas A&M Corpus Christi, they had a good showing as well. I was trying to think. I forgot who they ended up playing. It was SMU played them pretty stout. We look at this SMU. We've got a comparable opponent here, a mutual opponent already, with SMU already playing Tarleton State and Corpus Christi. Beat Tarleton State by 20, Corpus Christi only by 11. So, do with that what you will. But Tarleton State at home, short number. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to back Tarleton State here. The only thing I'm gonna look up real quick is their football team, because if they're at home, nope, they're on a bye. Because if they're at home, that's going to take away a lot of the fans. Because Tarleton State's football team is really good this year. So yeah, give me Tarleton State. I'll lay it. Lay the 2.5 on a little short home favorite. I'll take Tarleton State here.
Oh man, I want to fade Billy. I don't want to fade Billy Gillespie, but like Texas A&M Corpus Christi is a better roster. I mean, top to bottom. What do you think, Trevor? I don't know. I can't fade Billy Gillespie, but they did look horrible. Corpus Christi, I mean, fought hard with SMU. Defensively wise, Corpus Christi is a solid team. They defend the three pretty well. That's where Tarleton kind of lived and died with LSU, but they kind of had to and are forced to after being down consistently. So kind of an anomaly there. But Texas A&M, Corpus Christi got a ton of shots. Tarleton's defense is really good as well too. Although on paper they're good at what we like, but they do go to LSU and give up that many points. But I'll battle you. Sorry, Billy, I love you. Not as much as Elliot does.
Is the other thing too is Dior Johnson. That's something to kind of maybe look out for Tarleton State. Yeah. Only played 1 minute against LSU. Not quite sure what that was about. If that was just Billy Gillespie kind of taking a teaching moment there. But he came off the bench and scored 23 points. At SMU, and then you go to LSU and you only play 1 minute. kind of concerning as well. So if they don't have him, that might be an issue as well.
Yeah, this is an Islander spot. Tarleton, third game. I know what's her nuts, Corpus Christi, third game in 5 days too. But Tarleton had to play SMU, LSU on the road. Now you're traveling home. This will be your third game in 5 days. Corpus Christi played SMU way tighter, and that was after SMU got the scare from Tarleton. I know the score was 20, a victory, but Tarleton was hanging around that game until the final, 7-8 minutes of that game. I'll take Corpus Christi here. I think a lot of people are going to see Tarleton. Tarleton was a hot name this week. And a lot of people liked them. They got burned by them. I think now that they're home, people are going to agree that this is their spot. But I think Corpus Christi is a better team here. They played SMU real tight after SMU already gotten the scare. I think they're a really good team. So I'm going to take Corpus Christi plus the 2.5 here.
I'm down for a battle.
I haven't bet this, but we'll find out.
Oh my God! Come on. All right, Utah is laying 16.5 against Weber State. I'll take Weber State with the points. I can't lay that many with Utah, but it feels like it could be a drilling spot. I'm laying off this game. I'm not betting this. And for no bets, let's kind of don't need to go on a full analysis maybe.
This is an in-state little brother angle. Utah can be basement dweller in the Big 12. I'll take Weber State to keep this close. You're going to give me 16.5. Utah deserves to lay 16.5 to absolutely nobody. Give me a little brother here to keep it within 9 possessions of a god awful shitty Utah team.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them god awful shitty, but
I will.
Weber State plus 16.5 for me. I like your spot. I like your angle here. You gonna bet this one, Trev?
Debating it. It's circled. There's a couple circled, but no, I have not fired on this one yet.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna lay off of a bet here, but I will take Weber State plus 16.5.
All right, hell yeah. All right, Prairie View A&M. Wichita State's laying 15.5. I'll lay it with Wichita. I feel like this team's improved. I like the way that I watched this game intensely. I feel like offensively they improved a ton since last year. Hopefully this home crowd can still go and get up for Prairie View. But at the end of the day, I think I can lay it here with Wichita.
I'd lay it with Wichita. Yeah, I'd lay it with Wichita. Prairie View, another SWAC team on the road. Wichita is looking better. Yes, they're coming off of who did they just beat? Shit, it was not a gigantic game, but it was the Asheville. They beat Asheville by carry the math 17 there. Now you got Prairie View A&M. You do have Loyola Chicago on deck. That is a home game, so next Thursday. So maybe they're getting a little prepared for that, but you still got 5 days to get ready for that. I don't think they're overlooking in Prairie View much here. They're coming off of biblical studies in the University of Dallas for Prairie View, and this is a SWAC team where on the road you really want no part of them really, unless you're catching 39 with Jackson State. Give me Wichita minus 15.5. Probably won't bet this one, but there's no way in hell I'd be looking towards Prairie View in this one.
Yeah, I think Wichita State, if they can beat UNC Asheville by 17, I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be able to beat Prairie View A&M by this number as well. I'll lay it here with Wichita State. This will be a bet for me. I think Kenyon Giles coming over from Greensboro and Karan Boyd coming over from East Tennessee State, two SoCon guys that Wichita State got there in the portal, have significantly helped them here on the offensive end. So yeah, I like Wichita State to kind of run this up, win by 20 plus. So I'll be betting Wichita State minus the 15.5.
All right, where's this game at?
Michigan State, East Lansing.
Michigan State's laying 1.5 against Arkansas. Over under is 155.5. I'm gonna keep it with my North Carolina cap with Kansas, which covered. I think Kansas better roster than North Carolina, but I went with the Chapel Hill home crowd. If this game is for sure in East Lansing, I'm taking Michigan State and Izzo, just because this place is going to be rocking. I think Arkansas definitely has a better roster than Michigan State, but this is a home team, home crowd, defend the homeland and defend the home court in East Lansing. So give me Michigan State here.
Yeah, that's a donation because this is a Calipari spot. I know Michigan State's at home, tough home game Saturday. It's going to be rocking, but it's not Izzo December, January, February. It's January, February Izzo. They're still figuring out kinks to this team. They're still figuring things out. Give me Arkansas plus a 1.5. Well, obviously, I think Arkansas wins the game with a 1.5 spread, but I get it, Sparty at home. We just saw North Carolina, what happened to them today. But Kansas has a lot of young players and new players. Arkansas has got a fair amount of retention and experienced players. So I'm going to trust the experienced players over Michigan State here today. Now, if this game was in March, late February, it'd be a different story. But give me Arkansas and Calipari to start the year with a nice road dub at Sparty.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. Michigan State all day long. I'll take Michigan State and Izzo on the money line. I think that Arkansas State's going to really struggle here in this atmosphere. And I think, Huff said it pretty much perfectly. I think Arkansas, I almost called them Arkansas State. Arkansas, more talented roster, probably will be the more talented team throughout the year. However, early on, give me Michigan State here at home. I'll back the home favorite here, short home favorite.
You guys in your little short quips and shut, hey, fuck out of here. And Trevor's calling me a donation. Yeah, kiss my ass. I'm fucking 12 units. I'll kiss you. I'll still kiss you, though. Queens versus Villanova. Queens catching 18.5. I'll take Queens 18.5. Fuck Villanova. But this is a little scary. I'll wait to bet this if I do bet it. This is a number that people will naturally bet Villanova. 18.5, thinking that they can win by 20. I like Queens, man. They just blew it against Winthrop. They got cold really quick, which is scary, but it happens. This is a game of runs. Give me Queens to cover. I like the way they spread the floor. Good motion offense. Pass the ball a ton, and once they get hot, they get hot. So hopefully they stay consistent.
Yeah, I like Queens here. Villanova, they look good against BYU. Everybody loved BYU there, and we played it, and it did not come through. BYU kind of just pissed on their leg in the second half and won the game. They didn't cover. Queens has looked bad. It's kind of been I wouldn't say sharp spot, but a spot that people have liked this week with Queens, and they've failed twice. Now you're going to get Villanova, who everybody had BYU. Villanova came out, looked pretty good, and now they're back home against a Queens team that has let people down this week. And I know people have been let down because they've been playing some prime time in standalone spots, so people have gotten eyes on them. Same with Villanova, so. I think this number's a little too high. Give me Queens plus 18.5. I'm going to sit and wait on this. I think we'll get a bigger number, but probably going to bet this. I think Queens.
Wait to bet it. Wait to bet it with me. I think we wait to bet it.
Oh yeah, no, we're going to wait to bet it. My bad.
Wrong, whatever. But happens.
I just think Villanova probably wins this game by like 14, 15 points. So. Give me the Queens, and I'll bet this when it gets up there. Hopefully, I can catch a 20 or something with this at some point tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be with you guys on Queens plus the points. I'll wait as well. Don't really want to feel like betting it right now. See what it does. If for some reason it comes down or stays around the same, I might still pull the trigger. If it comes down, so be it. I won't bet it. But yeah, give me Queens plus the points. I think that's the spot here against Villanova off of a kind of give it your all against BYU, and then they kind of came and fell up short there down the stretch. So I think Villanova wins handily, but if it gets above 20, I think 20 is too much.
Queens. That may or may not have been my walk-up song in baseball back in the day. But anyway, with that exact,
I'll take this one.
Oh yeah, go for it.
St. Thomas, lay that shit. Army, pure fade. This is an entirely new team. They've lost their guys from last year. They're those cold ass white boys that could get a 3 whenever. They're gone. St. Thomas, tough loss the other night out, but back home at the Shoenecker, I believe that's what the arena is called. Finally back home, getting an Army team that's going to be one of the worst in the country this year. And it's tough. Again, Army's not a look ahead spot type of team. They are god awful, but they do have Duke on deck at home. Duke's coming to Army to play a game, so I think they might be getting a little excited for that game. But St. Thomas at home, off of the loss to St. Mary's, where they lost by nearly 30. Back home here, about a business week later. We'll go 5 days. I think this St. Thomas team just runs it up. I don't think Army has the dogs to compete and keep running it up. Again, they lost a lot of production and players from last year, so this is a new Army team, which cannot bode well considering they really don't do the portal if ever, because they can't pay guys. So give me St. Thomas minus the 16.5. I think they blow them out by 30 plus.
The whites will be in effect this game for sure. Pump fake after dark. It's 3:20 a.m. We could say that. And but anyway, I'm with you, Trevor. Enough said. I like St. Thomas. They're gonna get into transition if they can get some steals. Army's pretty disciplined, I'd have to say. I do with the ball. They don't turn it over as much historically, but they've lost a lot of their pieces, like you said. So yeah, I can go with you on St. Thomas 16.5.
Yeah, I'll be in on St. Thomas as well. The fact that you've got Army, no more Jalen Rucker, no more Josh Scovins. They're two guys that they relied on all last year. I think this is kind of a smash spot for St. Thomas to just kind of blow the doors off of Army, win by 20 plus. So I agree. I'll be on St. Thomas minus the points here. And I will say also, in my cap of the Summit, St. Thomas is opening up their new arena, their new basketball arena. So
they got a new arena too.
Yet another reason. This is their first home game, at least, in the arena. They opened it, I think, on October 24th of this year, the Lee and Penny Anderson Arena. Friday, October 24th, when the hockey's team played. So basketball's in it for the first time tomorrow. So christening of that. The new arenas are 0-1 with Furman just absolutely fucking off today. So I'll look back to the even here and go 1-1 in the new arena angle.
The crazy part with what's her nuts Furman is they were actually right there at the end to pull it out of their ass.
Troy hit a dagger 3. It was, I think, I was watching.
Well, that was after.
That was later on.
They gave them that was late. No, Furman had a rebound, like a minute, whatever left, and then the center just lobbed it to the point guard running up the court and got stolen. scored a bucket, and then they got a 3 right after, and I was like, all
Yeah.
right, flip the game. It was over.
No, I saw that when it was Furman was down 2, and Troy hit that dagger 3 with like a minute left, and I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me! Worked all the way back to fuck around and lose.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yep.
Hey guys, 3:30 a.m. There's zero chance that I go to bed before a major golf round with in my men's league tomorrow. So where am I going to breakfast, guys? Drop an emoji if I just stay up for another hour and go to Waffle House, absolutely house an all-star special, and then go to the golf round. Do I go to Perkins? I go to Denny's. Not Denny's. Denny's is in a sketchy area.
No, Denny's. All you can eat pancakes, $4.
It's in a sketchy area. I can't go to Denny's.
Nah, dude. We used to go to Denny's all the time. We would burn
risk
cruise
it.
and go to Denny's at 1 a.m.
Waffle House.
All you can eat.
You risk it for Denny's? All right, maybe I'll go.
All you can eat pancakes for $4.
Waffle House is even more sketchy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we overlooking this fact? The fact that you're calling Denny's a sketchy spot with the Waffle House?
You guys don't know the area in Indy. I know the spots.
Touche,
Like,
but
I have sketchy spots in the city. Like I know sketchy spots in the city. Like I mean,
Is Denny's right by where Mark Sanchez got stabbed?
hey, sorry. Let me know what Kansas has to offer. I'm just kidding. Everyone's shitting on Indy. All right. Yeah. The Grand.
I'm
All right,
asking. If it's close to where he got stabbed, then yeah, it'd be a sketchy spot.
well, that guy. Well, it was that guy's fault. He shouldn't have parked there.
I was in like the wealthy spot. It was like he was in like a nice part of the hotel downtown, and he just stabbed the dude in a grease truck. Like poor guy was just trying to move his grease truck. Yeah, exactly.
Why are we acting like Mark Sanchez is the bad guy for trying to enforce parking like the city does? I mean, he's just trying to do everyone a solid, and now he's the bad guy.
He is
crazy.
the bad guy.
Now you guys are just pushing my buttons. Kyle Kerms scared to go to Denny's. Hey, you come to Denny's, man. Come hang out. All right. I'll hey, guess what though? I'm gonna show up to my golf round unhinged, doing this fucking podcast till 3:30. We're talking fucking Furman game. Come on, 3:30. Let's go, Bellarmine. Kansas State. Go ahead, Elliot.
Yeah, this team total.
Is this an overcorrection?
Yeah, it could be. Really, honestly, I think I don't think it's an overcorrection in terms of Kansas State. I think it's an overcorrection just in the fact that I'm assuming believe Bellarmine's going to be able to score, which I honestly don't think they're going to be able to score very much. So I would, you could take the under here if you wanted to and do that. I'm just personally going to either lay it with K-State or take the K-State team total over. Bellarmine is just absolutely terrible on the defensive end. They gave up 104 to Georgia and only scored 59. So it probably team total K-State over would be my angle to play. But yeah, super, super high total. Wouldn't call it a bad bet if you're trying to go under, but if K-State freaking just wants to just run up and down and score 120 and give up 60, they very well could. So that'd be my only worry is to bet it under like that is just a run and gun style that they have, and they know Bellarmine's not great, so they might not want to play a good amount of effort on the defensive end. But I mean, shit, we won 111 to 90 against a D2 Newman team. And so if they're allowing Newman to score 90, they very well could let Bellarmine score that much. But no, it'd be K-State team total over for me will be my bet.
This feels like if you think Bellarmine has a chance to cover this 28.5, your best bet is the over, because Kansas State's going to get whatever. Bellarmine, looking at it right here, Bellarmine, defense 12. They're averaging 12 and a half seconds. Georgia was 12 and a half seconds of offense ran each possession, and they put up 104. If you think Kansas State can do that, and if you think Bellarmine can get, I don't know, 60, 65 points, maybe an over, because Kansas State's probably going to eclipse near 100, but I don't think Bellarmine's going to. I think Kansas State, this is a spot they can just absolutely house somebody. Give me Kansas State minus 28.5. This has got like 104 to like 56 written all over it. Give me Kansas State minus the 28.5.
You also could look. I mean, you look at that Georgia game against Bellarmine. Georgia only shot 8 for 29 from 3. K-State's a really, really good 3-point shooting team. So if they're going to give up open shots, we'll make up like Georgia didn't. So yeah, I think K-State team total over is the play.
What the fuck is up, Denny? Let's go. Fucking classic. Let's go. See me. Catch me on. I'll tweet where I'm at. Waffle House or Denny's. We'll see. I'm either smoking a cigarette inside the Waffle House or I'm fighting somebody for Denny's. Trevor, you know what the fuck's up, Denny's?
What is up, guys?
Hey, let's go. One more time. Are we in Kansas State? This is the beat. Hey, fuck yeah.
We're getting off the rails here. Let's get back. Tennessee State.
All right, yeah, this guy got off the rails for Furman as well, too. Fuck, man. It's 3:30 a.m. I want to go to bed as well, but I fucking can't because I have a golf round in 3 hours. So I'm fucking trying to stay up. God, fuck, I'm going to Denny's.
Hey, I'm running off of 3 hours of sleep, too.
Hey, I have to stay up all night. I don't fucking care. We all stay up, man. Tennessee State, Belmont, lay it. I'm laying it. I know it's interstate, but I'll lay it with Belmont. They look good, man. Different team. They struggled to cover these numbers the last 2 years, but I like this roster. The way they played a little better defense than they have in the past. Give me Belmont. Laying it.
Elliot, go before me real quick. I'm looking up something quick.
Yeah, you're good. First year for Nolan Smith there at Tennessee State. I like what he brought in. I think that Tennessee State's going to be a team to watch out for this year and cover in some games. And I think this is one that they very well could cover as well. So give me Tennessee State plus 13.5.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. Belmont very fortunate to get that cover against Air Force. Air Force couldn't miss in that first half, and then second half they managed to pull it out of their ass. Tennessee State is a better team than Air Force. I don't think that's a hot take, but if it is, don't give a shit. Tennessee State's better than Air Force. I'll take Tennessee State to cover this number 2, but not gonna bet this one.
This is not slander. This is libel now. This is libel. You put it in writing. This is libel, by the way. I didn't say this exactly. Paraphrasing.
I'll just send that to you.
He just tweeted it. But, hey, whoa. The only reason I'm scared of it is because there's guys that just play heavy metal music there. It's awesome. It's right in your face, eating a grand slam. Bradley's laying 9.5 against Central Michigan. Over-under's 147.5. I feel like they're baiting you to take Bradley here, and it's the Central Michigan's actually a decent team and a much improved roster. So I'll take Central Michigan here and wait to bet this. I know it's Bradley at home, so but if I had to bet Central Michigan, I'll wait to bet it. This number should go up, but I think this roster's improved, and this feels a little baity. So we'll take a stab waiting here for Central Michigan.
I kind of want to nibble on that worm that's just dangling from that hook and just get fucked by it because I like Bradley minus the 9.5. Man, we weren't sure what to expect from Bradley. Yeah, I mean, we weren't sure what to expect from Bradley. Lost a lot. They played Bonaventure tough. They ran into the same situation as Queens where they couldn't score late, and it just I wouldn't say ballooned. It was a 6-point win. That game was tight the whole way. They just didn't have it down the stretch. I think back at home, you've had a full business week off. Yeah, I'll take Bradley minus the 9.5. Not going to bet this, but I think Bradley can hang around in this one, or not hang around. Bradley can eventually walk away with this one and win by 13, 14 points at least. Central Michigan, decent opponent, but Bradley, I think, is just better coach at home and a better roster. I think this is a spot where they pop up and they get it done.
Yeah, I was actually impressed with Central Michigan winning by 16 at home against Appalachian State. I thought that was a really good win for them. I think they might be riding high here on that. They get a Bradley team that's pissed off after losing that game to the Bonnies. So I like Bradley in a bounce back spot here. Like Huff said, this line's probably going to move up. So if you like Bradley, bet him now. I could see him winning by double digits here, winning by 10 plus. But, if the line moves up too far, I'll probably just stay off of it and pick Bradley unless it gets too far. But, yeah, Bradley at minus 9.5, I'll take that.
Fuck, I'm running out of beer again. UTRGV's laying 1.5. Southern Utah. You're muted.
There's things called beer, but you drink water. You're drinking a natural light. That's like basically water. But
I'm not a 50-year-old guy with 4 kids. I don't drink IPAs. What are the Rio Grande Valley? That's what they are. Laying 1.5. Southern Utah, 159. Got lucky with Southern Utah, 17.5 against Arizona State. Shout out them for that cover, but I think UTRGV is a much better team. I mean, we saw this team last year go to Wisconsin and almost beat us. This is a feisty team, a plucky team. And in Southern Utah, I get it. They just played Arizona State, much better competition coming home. But I think UTRGV, the pace and the athletes they have and the ability to run up and down for a full 40, and they have shot makers. Give me UTRGV laying the point at Southern Utah. I get the whole elevation thing and this and that and back-to-back travel, but I trust the Mexicans more than the Mormons here. Anybody got a thought on this one?
Yeah, I'm looking something up real quick.
Sounds good.
Hell of a travel spot for UTRGV, going all the way from
where do they play their first game?
I'm just saying, just going all the way from damn near Mexico. They played Baylor, so they went home after the Baylor game. But shit, if you remember, I mean, if anybody watched that Baylor game, they were up 12 points there in the first half against Baylor. Baylor ended up turning it around, flipping the script, and ended up winning by 16. But I think the STD that I know that is known as UTRGV can get it done here and infect the land of the whites that is Southern Utah. They're not used to STDs around there since they don't have sex. So give me UTRGV minus the point.
Hey, it's a hell of a cat.
Sure. Yeah, I'll tail that, I guess. Give me UTRGV, I guess. Yeah. Fuck Utah. Lame asses. They did cover the number for us, though. 17.5.
Yeah. Sorry to you poor bastards that got 16.5. That's brutal. Utah last game. Nuga laying. I love this game, and so does Toast. Come to find out. Curious what you guys think. UNLV's laying 5, coming off the loss to UT Martin at home. They were laying 15. Now they're laying 5. Chattanooga's kind of doing the a countrywide tour right now. I'm playing a lot of games here. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, a trip to Vegas is never a recipe for a good road trip. But you just went to St. Mary's. Hopefully you get your gambling in quick, Chattanooga, because I'm going to gamble on you on the road. I watched UNLV. I thought they're a little banged up, brand new team with Passner. On paper, they have a good roster. The Rebels do, but this Chattanooga team's just as feisty. Great program. Now they're in the middle of their road trip. I'm going to press their luck for the Moccasins. I think that their interior could be a problem. and force some second chance opportunities. And the guard play for Martin absolutely dominated UNLV, and Chattanooga's offensively definitely has a strength there. So hopefully they're physical enough to maybe press a little bit, force UNLV to run and go, have to throw a lot of passes and get them kind of discombobulated. So I'll take Chattanooga with the points here.
Elliot?
Yeah, I'll take UNLV here. Little buy low spot for them. They were laying 17, big number against UT Martin. I think a lot of people are gonna realize I was not really high on UT Martin, but after watching them, he brought in a bunch of European players, and I think that it actually might work, and they might be a lot better than what people think. So UT Martin might be a team to watch out for that we can catch good numbers on here at the start of the season potentially. But yeah, I think it's a buy low spot for UNLV, only laying the 5. Chattanooga straight back to back, playing two games in 2 days, and it's not even at the same location. They're traveling from Moraga down there to Las Vegas. Just got beat up by a tough physical St. Mary's team. Now they got to play again the following night. I think they're just kind of licking their chops and ready to just get home. They don't have another game for another week, so they'll go home right after this game. So yeah, give me UNLV minus the 5 and kind of a buy low spot here for them.
Yeah, they go home to take a rest, but they actually are on a major road trip. They don't actually go back home till November 22nd as a home team, by the way. So
Well, they have a week off. They have a week off after this UNLV game. I think they may
on the road the
pop
whole
home.
time.
yeah, I mean they're not like back home on a game though. I mean
I'm saying they're looking forward to getting home.
I understand that. I listen. I'm not trying to be the combative going. I'm just anyway. Fuck it up. Anything I say was wrong. But all right, BYU minus 37.5. Holy Cross. I'm not laying it with Holy Cross. This is going to be.
I'll take UNLV minus the 5 too.
Holy Cross, BYU. BYU's laying 37.5. I'll lay it with BYU. This is going to be a beatdown. They got to welcome it up. Is DeBonsta playing though? I know that there was a something going on there. So anyway, but he'll play. He'll dominate. Give me BYU, no problem. Holy Cross can't match them at all, especially in a tough road spot.
Yeah, BYU by 50.
Yep, I agree. Get it in now. It's going to go up into the 40s before tomorrow afternoon.
Take us home, Carrie. Go ahead, Trev.
There's like 4 more games after this, but Pine Bluff. Shout out Pine Bluff. I didn't bet them today. They played a pretty good game versus or no, that was 2 days ago, last night against Portland State. Now you're traveling a little south down the coast to LMU. LMU looked pretty damn good the other day. Pine Bluff was down 20 in that game. Portland, I didn't have undivided attention on the game, but I did see they were up 20, and then it was a 10-point game. I'm not sure what happened, if they took their foot off the gas or if Pine Bluff was, I don't know, making defensive plays. Probably not. So I would lean LMU minus the 19.5. I think Pine Bluff had the good game. It was against Portland. LMU, I think, is a not a much better team, but a better team than Portland. I know this number's big, but I feel like it's big for a reason. Pine Bluff just played a solid game. They're due just an all-time stinker to lose by 30 to LMU. And then Portland bettors are left sitting there like, what the fuck? How did we not cover 12.5 against this team? Up 20 when LMU just won by 25. So I'll take LMU. I'm not betting this game, though.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with you there. I like LMU. No way I'm betting Arkansas Pine Bluff. I mean, we were on their team total under with Portland and ended up working out. You can't even score 80 points against Portland. LA Fitness Ball, Lifetime Fitness Ball. No defense whatsoever for Portland. LMU's got a way better defense. They'll dominate. I'll lay it with LMU as well. Good cover for them last week as well, or last game.
Yeah, LMU, struggled a little bit with Eastern Washington, only winning by 8. So I think this is a spot where they really want to just like lay it on somebody, run up the score, feel good about themselves. So LMU minus the 19.5 for me. Arkansas Pine Bluff just kind of doing their West Coast travels, and I think it's going to catch up to them here. This might be one of those games where they're not all too interested in LMU roles here.
Make sure that when you're chatting with people, you put the hyphen there. Where's the other banners? 3-4 games left. What we got?
Nevada's laying 11.5 for specific, over under 142.5. I'll take Nevada minus the 11.5. This team is a team that flares and falls apart down the stretch. Not game 2, game 3 of the season. Pacific, it's Pacific. I'm not going to go into it. Give me Nevada minus 11.5. This is another just run it up spot. Start feeling good, and then when everybody starts to believe, like, hey, Nevada's killing some teams, they're starting to look good. That's when they fall apart in the conference play. So give me Nevada minus the 11.5. I will probably bet this one, but I do not have anything down right now. Anybody?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'll take Nevada. They look really good. We were on their team total over and their spread, so they covered with ease. I like Nevada. They're going to run it up. And Pacific, though, improved from last year as well. I think they'll be feisty at first, but they'll run out of gas. Nevada wins by like 15-16.
Yeah, I talked about this on that first game against Louisiana Tech with Nevada. It's just kind of a Jekyll and Hyde team. Don't know what to expect with the Steve Alford team, especially last year. But maybe it's a little bit different this year. Maybe Nevada's just going to kind of lay it onto some of these teams here in the non-conference and kind of do what they're supposed to do. Nevada minus the points for me. Probably not going to bet it just because of the variability that is Nevada. So I could also see Pacific maybe keeping this, somewhat close, but I agree with Huff. I think eventually at the end, Nevada might run away with it down the stretch, possibly. So yeah, Nevada minus 11.5, but doubt I bet this. But looking at the night slate, it might end up turning into a bet because there's not very many games here at the end of the night to bet on. So this might be one that I have to bet on.
Oh, there's one you're going to have to bet on. It's a good one.
Cal Poly's catching 8.5 in Seattle, over under 158.5.
It's this one.
It's good. Yeah, I'll lay it with Seattle at home. Tough last game, but that place gets rocking, the crack house. So give me Seattle the 8.5. I don't feel great about this, but I feel like this is a spot where they can blow out a team in Cal Poly that's lost a lot of pieces. So I'll lay the 8.5. I'm not going to bet this one.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I'll lay it with Seattle, but I could also think Seattle. They were playing up tempo with Denver, and they did a good job doing it as well, matching their pace. So they could very well much do it with Cal Poly, but maybe a little different than we saw last year, just a tad slower. So I'd rather lay it and take the full game over with Seattle.
Yeah, I think Seattle, we kind of thought that, they're going to be a pretty good team here this year. And I think they played a Denver team who, as we've talked about here as of recently, is a lot better than what we maybe have thought. We thought when we were doing the previews. And so they really got tested by Denver there in that first game, ended up winning by 11. Looked pretty good doing it. Cal Poly, on the other hand, played USC, kind of did what Cal Poly does, gives up a lot of points, kind of runs that up tempo. If they're hitting their threes, they could be dangerous against a Seattle team. As always with Cal Poly, I kind of like the over 158.5 here. I think, as Huff just had said and alluded to, that Seattle did a good job of playing up tempo with Denver. So I think if they can match that and play up tempo with Cal Poly as well, this game could go over, and you could definitely see both of them maybe in the 80s, maybe if not Seattle in the 90s as well. So might look at the over 158.5 instead of the Seattle minus 8.5. But Not quite sure what I'll do yet. Check the picks page on that. That's all I got for that one.
Perfect. Houston Christian. Somebody click it. Houston Christians catching 8.5 at San Diego.
Double clicking. We're both double clicking.
Double click. Over under 143.5. I think this is a name reputation on San Diego from last year. We know the Big West is going to be down this year. Houston Christian is Houston Christian. But this feels like a line that we would get last year, that San Diego team. It's been, somewhat dismantled, mainly dismantled. I think Houston Christian can hang in there. I think this is just an inflated line based on, San Diego, what they did last year. So give me Houston Christian. No strong feel on this. Not betting this. I just think that San Diego, with the pieces they lost and this line they're laying, I just think it's reflective of last year, and this is not the team from last year. So give me Houston Christian 8.5. Not going to bet it.
I'm going to lay it with San Diego, but I'm not betting this, so we can move on. I'm not betting this game.
Yeah, we can spar here, Trev. I'll lay it with you, San Diego. Not quite sure what to expect in their first year with Clint Allard under the helm for them. So, with unfamiliarity, don't really want to lay this number. Craig Doughty there at Houston Christian, they've kind of steadily improved over the years, but they did struggle with Southern Arkansas, only beat them by 4 at home in their first game. I think they're a D2. So I don't know. I don't really want to bet and back Houston Christian, so I'll lay it with UC San Diego. Spar you here, but I'm staying off of a bet just because like you said, we don't really know what to expect with this UC San Diego team as of yet.
Last but not least, final game of the night. Sooners heading to Gonzaga. This is not at the Kennel. This is at that whatever arena in town.
Climate Pledge Arena, I think.
Spokane,
sure, that one.
That's Spokane, Washington. Spokane Veterans, I think.
Yeah, that one sounds, Spokane. Gonzaga's laying 9.5, over under 163.5. I have a bet in this game, but what do you guys
got? Man, I don't know. I feel like this Oklahoma team's improved, but for me to lay points with, or to even catch points with Porter Moser is tough. For me personally, I feel like it's a sucker bet. Looks like it's already up to 10.5, so I'm gonna have to dive into it. I know you're betting Oklahoma since you're asking. It's too easy to tell, but I'll lay it with Gonzaga. Don't love it, but I don't want to take Porter Moser personally.
Yeah, I'm seeing 9.5 still on Caesar. So if you like the Gonzaga side, go ahead and pop over to Caesars and bet that. I personally am going to be on Gonzaga here. I think they roll. I think this is a similar game to the Baylor game. If you guys remember that from opening night last year, where Gonzaga absolutely just shit on Baylor 101-63. So I think, maybe it's not a game where it's that, a 37-point game. However, I think the Zags roll here. I don't think Oklahoma has the talent to keep up with them in the front court, especially. But Gonzaga overall more talented, top to bottom roster. Zaga's going to roll here.
Yeah, I already bet Gonzaga minus 9.5. I think that absolutely.
You're betting Oklahoma.
No. Gonzaga. I would love this bet. I would probably throw more money on this if this is at the Kennel. But regardless, it's still going to be a home game. Porter Moser and this Oklahoma team have just been constantly just letting you down for his entire tenure. He's not an SEC coach. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but he's not an SEC coach. I think Gonzaga, Mark Few and company, they had a bad year last year. Now you're going to get an SEC team coming in. to your neck of the woods, they're going to be locked and loaded and ready to go. I laid it with Gonzaga. I think they win this game by 15 plus, similar to what Elliot said with that Baylor game. I don't think it's going to be a 40-point blowout. I'd be fine with it as a Gonzaga ticket holder, but I don't think it'll be a 40-point blowout. I think it is relatively close, but second half, Gonzaga starts to walk away from them, and all of a sudden, an 8-point lead went to 16, and it's just going to be trouble for Oklahoma. So give me the Zag. Excuse me, holy shit, beer, a little bit of beer stuff. Give me Gonzaga minus 9.5. I think they absolutely kill them, and that is the last game of the day. Now we've got to do the parlay, and then we'll do the rhythm play. We'll get the hell out of here and get ready for tomorrow.
You mean today?
Yeah, today.
You mean like an hour and a half before I go to fucking Denny's and then go to my golf round and shoot the lowest I've ever shot? All right. I went first like the last. Someone else go first.
Elliot, take it over.
Let me look. What is speaking to me today?
Triple threat parlay.
That Utah State game got sweaty down the stretch for me yesterday or tonight. Jesus Christ. Let's see.
Trevor by the hook again, or what was it?
What do you mean by the hook? For what?
The parlay. I can't remember.
No, Navy got rolled.
Navy.
Oh, yeah,
they were up. They were up 10,
Navy.
And then they were down 15 and a half. It was.
I forgot you had Navy. It's classic. We did that at East Texas A&M too because it was on the other side. All right. Well, what do we got here, guys?
I'm looking.
I'll throw mine in there. Akron minus.
Going out. Yeah. Go ahead, Trev.
Akron minus 11 is going to be my pick for the old parlay.
I like it. I'm gonna take Binghamton money line at home against Niagara. Go gross.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with what was I most confident? I'm gonna go with Dayton laying the big number against UMBC.
Cash those slips.
Dayton.
I'll certainly be playing that. I'll be playing all that hype music.
This one a little shorter today, plus 474 tomorrow. Akron minus 11. Dayton minus 23.5, and then we have Binghamton money line. All right, and then last but not least, obviously we're not going to forget this. The rhythm play of the day. Let me pull it up. I just had it. Where did you go? Here you go. We were talking about it earlier. NJIT plus 5.5. Rhythm has this at 73 to 70. Rhythm has NJIT losing by 3 at home. NJIT, we're a fan of what they have going on. We're not a giant fan of Fairfield off of the Penn State game where they put their heart out there. They probably should have won that game. They blew it. Now you're going to travel to NJIT, who again, missing their best players, a lot of freshman heavy team, and they still came through with it. Now they're back at home, and we're getting Fairfield off of a favorable spot where they went all out versus Penn State. Probably should have won and lost it late within the last minute of the game. Feel it was a little bit of a letdown, so we're riding NJIT for the rhythm play of the day. Of course, of all the games on the board tomorrow, this is what we get, but this is what Rhythm does. They find the value in the smaller market teams, the teams that not everybody's betting on, and we're getting a 5.5 here. I love it. So I believe we were all leaning or taking NJIT also. I could be wrong. So, but
Home
regardless,
system, yeah, Trevor. I mean, you said it best. I mean, a little home dog. Rhythm's looking into the systems at an aggregate, but they're also going to take everything from the stats all the way down to the most minuscule stats as well too. They got historical data from a long time, and they're willing to dissect all that information together, really, and chop it up finally, and spit out some great stuff. And it's been good. 2-1 so far on the rhythm plays of the day, and they're buying into NJIT, and I have to agree with them. Maybe they're looking into the system and buying into what NJIT offered statistically, and that's what Rhythm's going to do. They've been great, and they got way more stuff outside of NCAA basketball. So tons of models, and you also, I mean, Trevor's got custom models as well built into his system that's been working, and you can also use other models as well into the community. So PFP25 promo code. Appreciate it. Thanks everyone. This is the Pump Fake Pod at Pump Fake Pod. Make sure to like and subscribe. Like it up. It's 4 a.m. Eastern time. Woo! I'm not going to bed. I got to go to my golf round. Denny's is about to get hit though. Grand Slam. Going to roll up. Absolutely hustling. Down those numbers. Hitting up tons of Grand Slams. I'm going to be like baseball. Grand Slams. I'm tired. This golf round is going to be good. My partner's going to be happy. Anyway, I'm at Michael_for3. That's at I'm_money with a capital E. You know it because he's Elliot with the money. And at Stooley Picks, he's the man. Catch him all over. Kyle Kerms. Chat, you guys are rocking tonight. Thanks for tuning in. All these people late. We really appreciate you guys staying up with us. College basketball community is greater than ever. Elliot, Trevor, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
No. Obviously we're going to figure out this time thing with the Friday shows coming around. We're not gonna do 7-hour shows. We'll figure it out, but it's still fun as hell to sit here and chop up some games and talk shit with the chat. Again, shout out everybody in the chat. Y'all are popping. We still have 50, which isn't a crazy amount, but it's still a lot given what we've done, and it's fucking 3 a.m. Central Time. So shout out you guys. You guys are the best, and cannot wait to. I'll be back Tuesday. I'm going to Lambeau Monday, so I'll be back Tuesday. But these guys will be back probably Monday. Maybe we'll do a Sunday show. Who knows? Doubt it. We'll see what the schedule looks like. But regardless, Monday we'll be back, or they will be. And
picks are always posted though. We'll post our picks over the weekend, so we'll have our picks for the Sunday slate for Saturday. No show tomorrow, like he said, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a little Money in the Bank cash in on Sunday to for a show, but yeah, definitely one Monday night.
Definitely, I will copy and paste this link for the picks page right here. Y'all can have that. We'll put it in the description. That'll be everybody's picks, upgraded, updated, and everything else. And I have the parlay and the rhythm play on there also. So appreciate you guys. You guys are the goats. We will see you soon. Toodles.